born of thunder!
By the Sunwell.
Hi guys, welcome back. I have more of a voice than I did on Monday. Hello. Thank you so much for the resubs, guys. I've turned off all the things because I want to be able to edit this a little easier in a minute. But thank you so much, Kenzie, for the resub, as also to Neeks, who resubbed earlier as well. Much appreciated to both of you. Thank you. So kind. Oh, and now we have a hype train. Okay, so I can't do anything for however many minutes anyway. Good. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Meaty, for the resub as well.
Chugga 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 choo choo.
Because I can't do shit while this is This is what happens when I want to actually make content. You guys make it hard, doesn't it? Thank you. I hope you're all doing well. I can't see Mike. Mike got 1,701st. Zen with first. Zam with second. I'm so glad I edited the thing to have the username in there because the hype train's blocking the bit off. Mark with third. Brilliant. Hello, Afen. Welcome on in. On cooldown, unfortunately, nurse, but welcome in. Welcome in. Hello, Exalt with last. Good job. Welcome back, folks. Fourth for Kenzie. Amazing. Gosh. Well done, Neeks. Congratulations on your collection. Fantastic. Me too, Exalt. Thank you. I hope you enjoy your lurk. Ali with 69th. Fantastic. I feel like... You know when you feel like you have stuff on your teeth, but of course you can't feel whether that... Yep, it's fine. It's fine. Sabaton time. Hi, Zam. Hey, D3. Hola da hype. It fear with voice, mostly voice. It is still sore. My throat is definitely still sore. There is a slight raspiness to the quality, and it's fine. It is what it is. But I can breathe today. That is a massive improvement. I think this is the first time I've gotten dressed in 3 days. I've been obviously you guys know I canceled stream on Wednesday. I just wasn't capable of sitting. Ali, thank you very much for the 1,000 bitties. Much appreciated. Very much appreciated. I wasn't capable of like being upright for too long at one time, and I'm like, this is not good. This is not conducive for stream. And then yesterday, I didn't wake up until 4:30 p.m. Like, I think I must have been awake for bits and pieces, but I didn't like properly like get out of bed and stuff until 4:30 in the afternoon, like in the evening. Yeah. So that was fun. But I bloody well hope I'm on the mend. I've had enough. I'm sick of it. I did mute the fishing so that I could do the stuff and things, but I can unmute it for a little bit now. And then we can deal with that in a minute. But yeah, it just yeah, it's been a thing. I'm still definitely not 100%, not by a long shot, but I'm alive. And that's what matters, right? Step 1. Fear with voice in Jade Nugget. I want to ask how you're feeling, if you're doing any better. Definitely better, but not good, if that makes sense. My throat is still sore, so my voice is still raspy. I've been having headaches on and off. I've been having like slight dizzy spells on and off. But still no real coughing or sneezing. Like, I've been sneezing when I've been sneezing more, but not like constantly. Only when like I kick up dust or something goes on that would usually cause me to sneeze anyway. Then I sneeze and it hurts. And not any coughing unless I try talking for too long. So that'll be fun. Yeah, it's been a trip. It's been a trip. There's a Twitch Melbourne meetup tomorrow that I will not be attending because I have a family birthday thing to attend, which there's a big question mark on that at the moment, just because I don't know if I should be out in public or B, am able to be out in public. I'm gonna have to just leave it until like tomorrow afternoon to decide whether or not I'm going. which sucks, but it is what it is. Yeah, it does do a blow, unfortunately. Thank you very much for the biddies. Much appreciated. Hey, Riz, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Spirit. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well as well. Editing hard, not so efficient. No, I'm not editing this shit. It'll be once I start doing the fun boxing. The fun boxing. Guys, it's fucking huge. It's enormous. It's enormous. Fuck me. I'm so thankful that it was shipped to my house. Like, end of story. So fucking thankful. I mean, I knew it was gonna be big, but I didn't think it'd be this, you know? Yeah. It's just, oh, thank you, Ellie. Thank you. It is big, so just go home for video. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. See, today I didn't come till 5 minutes before work. I must have to come home with my fish. Yeah, it's large. It's large. And Sam. Sam with the auto mod. Oh my god, that's great. Oh shit. Good. Definitely better, but not good. I've been there. Oh, thank you, Nix. I appreciate that. But yeah, I think we've all been there, hey. I think we've all been there for sure. For sure. Oh my god, Ali! 5 gifted subs! That is so kind of you. Much appreciated. I do with the gigantified emote. Amazing. Thank you. Shale with the sub. Maybe 6 letters, you're better. I'm certainly not better, but I think I'm on my way. We'll find out, won't we? My pre-order to close the store. Yeah, good call. Good call. My wishes, thank you, Dono. Grazie. But yeah, no, it's been. But yeah, no, these last few days I've just been trashed. Yeah, obviously didn't get to go to the city yesterday. And for the best, considering what time I ended up getting out of bed. But I'm incredibly unwell, but I believe I'm on the mend. Well, only time will tell. So didn't ship between. Yeah, when I reached out and said, "Hey, yo, is there an embargo?" The reply was, "It looks like they've moved the date up, so no." So yeah, that was like, yep. It seems that there was a change, and that it wasn't just, yeah, that was not the decision from the beginning. Sorry, it's been. Thank you, sorry. Let's see better. Yeah, I'll get there. I'll get there. I'm certainly not dead, and that's, as we all know, that is indeed step 1. The first step towards, but yeah, like, I love when they do this. I love when they do this. Like, it's so pretty! Like, all just, like, the little details and stuff that catch the light. It's so cool. You can just watch this until the hype train ends. Yeah? Okay, good. It's like pretty. Are you gonna focus on this? Yeah, you are. We're gonna try, but the light reflecting is gonna make it real hard. Shiny. Ooh. Yeah, okay. I'm not losing my mind, you're losing your minds. Haha. Spoilers for tonight. Wait for the hype train to end. Mute all my extensions and shit. And then do an unboxing in a slightly more editable format. And then play remix. Shiny. I know, right? I'm not dead yet. Correct. It tried. It has not defeated me. Looks good. It's so cool! The lark spawned. Yeah, no, really. Yeah, yep. It's funny. I've been trying to get to the Isle of Thunder every day and do 2 rounds of dailies because I have an offhand on the mage and I want to say 2-handed axe. I don't actually know if it's an axe. It's either an axe or a sword that I'm doing the warrior. So I've been doing 2 rounds of dailies to try to get enough boxes to get the pieces that I need from Isle of Thunder. Because that'll also cross off the 1 I need in Isle of Giants, the 2 I need from Timeless Isle, and 1 that's remaining from Kunlight as well. So like, big, but they won't drop. They're being dickheads. So we're just like counting down, pre-patch arsenals. It's not happening, but I'm in denial still. Huffing the copium. Yes. What else am I supposed to bloody do? I still have over 100 bloody things to get, and it's not happening. Shit's not dropping anymore. Wonder what that stands for. Wonder. Yes, I have. It is French Earl Grey from T2. Hashtag please for the love of God sponsor me. And I added some bubble tea club creamer. Hashtag please use my affiliate code. Cat one's got what? So you did get the big whole thing with the foam inserts and so because I was wondering, because when they sent me the Dragonflight collector's edition last round, when Blizzard ANZ sent me the Dragonflight collector's edition, thank you. It came in a box with like packing stuff and things, but there wasn't anything outside of it. But this time, it came in its own like special giant shipping box, and it was very clear that shipping box had one. It wasn't like they got a box of them and split it out into multiple boxes. It was very much packed in. It had like the foam inserts. The foam insert had a rectangle cut into it that was in, and then it had like a plate of cardboard on top so that if you use a knife, you don't scratch anything underneath kind of thing. Like it was very intentionally like this box is for this CE. So I was wondering like, surely y'all are going to get like the whole thing because this is on the outside. So how would that like otherwise would you just get it separate or something? Sorry, there's something sticky on my, every time I go to pick this up, it feels slightly tacky. And I have my multi-purpose cleaner here from when I was filming some things a couple days ago. I had to clean off my desk. I wonder what that could be for. But yeah, so it was sticking, so I thought I'd clean it. But yeah, it's, T2 is good. T2 is great. I agree. So if all drops us with like they know we need it. It's like how dare you? Yeah, I know, right? Unboxing stream. Yeah, unboxing. 19th World Dungeon, welcome back. Wink. Yeah, that's it. Wink. Yeah. That's what I go to. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's why. So when you open it and there's like a weird plain sheet of cardboard on top, it's so that if you cut it with a knife, you don't damage the insides. See, Jas works in a warehouse. Jas works in a warehouse, and they use they have these special safety knives that they use to, yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Special safety knives that they use to open packages. And they also have pens that they have to like write on things, yeah? So I have joked to Jas that once we have like our own place, and we have, you know how sometimes when you walk in the front door, there's like a nice little like, not an entry display, but people have like nice things in like the entryway of a home. I've said I'm gonna get a fucking table and I'm gonna put 2 cups. And in one of the cups, oh come on, I've got like 12 in here, I know I do. Oh, apparently I must have given it back, but that'll do. So in one of the cups, there will be 70 million pens, and in the other cup, there'll be 70 million safety blades, and there'll be a sign above it that says, please take many. Every time my family members come to the house, I'm like, do you have one of these? Here, take one. Take 2. Have one at the front door, one at the place where you usually unpack packages. But the idea is you've got a metal bit on the end that you stab into the side where the tape is. You kind of like just stab the tape to make a spot for this bit to get in. And then you get that in, and that's a little blade, as you can, like a little metal bit there. And this whole thing is, you can probably see it's a little bit wobbly. That's replaceable. So the idea is you stab to make a hole, or you find a hole, you get the thing in, and you open, done. So I have one in here for when I bring packages in here to open. There's also one on like the kitchen bench, like out of the way, because often when we get packages, we come in and like that's the first surface to put them on. So there's one there, and then there are approximately 52 on and in and around Jass's desk. Because every time he goes to work, he doesn't put one in his pocket, and so grabs another one from work, and then doesn't take it out of his pocket before he comes home. I found 3 in his car the other day. So we have several of these, and I use them to open boxes. But if you don't have a safety blade, because the idea is that obviously you don't cut yourself, but also so you don't cut whatever's in the box. It leaves everything undamaged. But if you don't have one of them, if you just have like a kitchen knife or keys or whatever that you're using to like ratchet open a box, the extra plate of cardboard inside is so you don't damage the goods. Yeah. I have emotions. You're welcome. Okay, should we unbox things? So, thank you, Seven. Really good thing just for him. Yeah, look, he has managed to nick himself on one, just once. Forgetting to leave things that we, We could open a stationery store just for pens and safety knives. That's it. What are they called? I want to look for those. Like, safety knife, package, opening knife, doodad. Do the wish search, you know, like safety knife, package, yellow, opening box, safety knife, package, opening tool. Yeah, one of those. Do one of those. Tell me what pops up. You just can never have enough. Oh, you can. Trust me, you can have enough. I think last time Mum came around, I gave her 3. She's got one at the front door, one in the kitchen, which is where her first surface is, and then one upstairs where my stepfather does his work stuff. Like he has a hobby where he receives and sends out goods that yeah. Anyway, so he gets a lot of little packages. And so he's got one up at his little hobby desk for them as well. And I've tried giving her more and she won't take them. Sometimes you can get ones that are just one, they're not replaceable blades. They've still got the little metal round bit at the bottom, but they're just like yellow plastic. And then they've got like a T-shaped hook at the top with 2 little blades. But most of the ones we've got are those black. And that black on the handle is rubberized as well. Like it's rubber. I don't know, either way. Have you looked inside yet? I have looked. Oh, this much inside. I haven't taken it out of this yet. Wow, safety, yep. Should be able to find them with safety knife. They came up when I was looking for those. There you go. It's definitely not a box cutter. A box cutter is something else known as a Stanley knife in Australia. With the sliding out and in, it's certainly not safety. They're not very safe at all, in fact, especially because the locking thing on the blade often breaks. But these ones are far, far, far safer. Okay. Alrighty, I mean, when we're talking about spoilers and shit, we all know what's in the box. Like, we've all seen what's in the box, but, let's do this. Okie dokie. All right. So. Oh my goodness, The War Within Collector's Edition. So this came in a big cardboard box with lots of foam inserts to keep it safe, and on top of the foam insert was this. You can see like the little rune, not laser etched, engraved. I don't know what they'd call it, but it's very, very pretty, very earthen style. See if I can get it up close and get it to focus. But it's all very geometric and pretty, and I love it so much, and I cannot wait to put something like it on my nails. But this is your key. It's your Epic Edition game key. Super simple. It's got a little scratchy panel on there, so you're good to redeem game key at battle.net/code. And The War Within is apparently classified M, fantasy, violence, online interactivity. So that's fun. And then we have, the outside casing has actually got, like, that's a cutout there. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show you properly, but that's, yeah, there you go. That there is like a round, I'm going to give myself a paper cut doing this. It's a round cutout so you can actually see, because that's where the standard size CE box, that's on this end. And then, similar on the other side, except it's the 20th anniversary doodad. And then you've got the information on the back, vertically, to show you what's inside and what you're about to crack open. So let's, it's not that heavy, it's just large. Oh, okay, of course those are going to come apart when you do that, Fia. Be careful, yeah? All right, so these will just, they're not held together in any way. They're just bits and bobs. So we've got, oh no, of course it opens like that, whoops. This is the 20th anniversary of World of Warcraft statue. Where is the Griffin Rider? Okay, so it looks like this is actually technically the bottom of the box because that's where all the folding stuff is. And this has this bit here. Oh, wow. Okay. So it has the 20 engraved on the foam. They really, I love when they go all out like this, hey? Okay, am I gonna get this out above ground, or is this the most dangerous thing I have ever done? Possibly both. Let's try that again. It's coming. It's coming. Squeaky cardboard noises. Good. So box, that's the empty box. That can go over there. And this is taped. So these are going to be horrible noises. Where is the seam of the tape? No. You know when you you watch the light along the shiny? There it is. Nope, this way. It is. Easy peasy. Oh no, hair. Oh my god, the styrofoam, my hair is so staticky. All right, here we go. All right, so which way around was this? It was this way. Oh, it's in pieces. It is in pieces. Okay, good. Okay. All right, good. Just making sure it's not pressing any keys. All right, so this looks like the base to me. That's most certainly the base. It's got the information on the bottom there. It's all the addresses, all of the copyright information, stuff like that. Blizzard Collectibles. Okay, let's pop you back down real gentle like. Ooh. Thank you very much, Agna, for the gifted sub. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my goodness. Okay, so this, it's got a plate on the bottom there with the little knobbly bits to have it stand in the piece. So I believe it sits. Oh, crap. What did I just do? Should we move the keyboard here? Maybe I'll just turn the keyboard off. Where's the keyboard switch? There it is. Okay. So we have does it just like sit on top? Because it doesn't quite. Oh, no, you know what it is? Aha, that's a protector. I'm a nincompoop. That is a protector and it comes off. And then It sits like that. Then there are some more bits. So let me pop you down for a minute so I don't destroy you. There is an arm. Arm here. The arm goes here, like so. Just pop that down a little firmer. And there is a tail. And the tail attaches at the back here. Oh, very gently. Good. And there's a section of this that comes out. We have one of the wings. Oh my lord. Can we just, for a second, like, appreciate that detail? Holy cow. Isn't it beautiful? Absolutely gorgeous. Which way around are these? Oh, they've got like a... It's shaped a certain way. Is this one gonna fit here? Yeah, it is. There's also a groove at the top that fits in with a buckle. Just gonna have to do this two-handed because it's a bit of a stiff fit so that it actually stays. And I don't want to drop it while I'm trying to do that. There we go. Attached there. And then our other wing. So gorgeous. Oh. And this one is like a rectangle with a little notch in it, so you know where this one fits as well. So you know which way around it goes too. Very convenient, very helpful. Okay, so I think, just judging by wiggling around and stuff, I think that's all of it. Which means that this isn't it gorgeous? Look at that. Absolutely amazing. It's so pretty, so shiny, like just amazingly shiny. That is gorgeous. The Griffin Rider statue, how beautiful. Ooh, okay, so that's what comes in like the big section of the box. This is the smaller section. This is your standard size CE to go on the shelf with all your others. Look at that detailing, isn't it just bloody beautiful? And that's on like all the edges. The back of it is very pretty as well. There we go, and your spine that you'll have displayed on the shelf. And I'll point out the curve here. Remember when I was saying that I hoped that they had a thing that continued on for the three of them for the trilogy? There you go. That's your little hint there. Oh, I love it so much. Okay. We're going to open this up. So it opens book style. I know a lot of the older ones have the slide out bit in the middle, but the more recent ones have the book style opening where it opens up at the front, and you be really, really careful so that you don't drop everything everywhere. But that's what we have. Ah, it smells like new things. Does anyone else have that whole, like, the new book smell kind of? Yeah, I love it. Oh, it's so good. I am a stationery geek through and through and through, which kind of sucks in these days with everything being digital, but I'll take this. This is gorgeous. Okay, let me pop this up here so I have somewhere to put things. But first up, we have our art book. The Art of World of Warcraft, The War Within. Now, there's gonna be spoilers in here. There's gonna be spoilers in here. So, we are gonna have a flip through. I have no idea what's on what page. I have no idea what we'll open to. If you don't want spoilers, maybe look away for the next 20 to 30 seconds. Good. Enough warning? Good. All right, here we go. So we have, that's our first opening bit, and it's that same runic theme, and I love it. Let's just grab a chunk and have a look. Oh my god. That is just beautiful. So shiny as well. I know the camera gets a bit tricky with that kind of stuff. I've got some architecture there as like an inn and a few bits and pieces. And then, whoop, what's this? Got some kobolds and a sniffing. Oh, look, the candles over his eyes, so cute. And that looks like a gigantic candle right there. Is that oh, at first I thought this was a croissant. It's not, it's a bug. That's less fun. I like that it's got a little size scale up the top there to a humanoid. Or to a human, I should say. We've got plenty of humanoids that are very different sizes in here, don't we? So this is from, it says chapter 4, Hallowfall down the bottom here. And there's some of your gear sets and bits and bobs. Just, beautiful. And then, what's this? Oh, I've got some words on this one. The creatures who threaten the Arathi are myriad and varied. All are dangerous, and some, like the Kerbis, are truly nightmarish in both their appearance and actions. They are as cold and cruel as anything from the chill depths of the deepest oceans. And you've got some like early sketches of doodads and like, you know, housing and stuff like that. Very cool. We'll go one more section, and this looks like, yeah, this is Nerubian. This is chapter 5, Ajkahet. And you've got some of their spidery stuff. Cool, so that's all I'll go through now, just because, you know, spoilers and such. But there we go. Right, so that's the art book. Oh, I'm so keen to flip through that. Art books are always one of my favorite things. We have, this is beautiful. Let me get that, like, up real close to the camera there. I know the light kind of, there we go. A little bit better. How absolutely beautiful. And that's all 3D. Like that's not like printed. That's that is absolutely gorgeous. The detail, and it just shines in a way the camera will never ever show you properly. Like it will just never show you that properly. But it's almost like this deep. Those of you who use nail polish or have somebody in your life who uses like fancy nail polish, when you put like several coats of something really metallic and shimmery, and then you put like a really thick top coat, and it's like the shine is coming through the layers. That's what this looks like. It's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. It's not just like a piece of metal that they've like dunked in shiny. It's bloody beautiful. And that's everything. That's everything. So this round, Blizzard have clearly gone hard on the digital goodies. Not so much, like we don't have as many bits and bobs in the, and a reminder, of course, actually it's under the statue, so I'll, whoop. Oops. A reminder, of course, that you are getting your Epic Edition code as well as all this stuff. I think the and it does have World Soul Saga written up the top here. I've just noticed as well. I'm not great at picking up on detail sometimes, but my goodness, oh, it's so beautiful. And all of these markings and the cracks and everything, that's all like embossed. It's very textural. It's very fun to touch. previously, like way back when you get Blizzard collector's editions for World of Warcraft specifically, you got like a ton of stuff, like lots of little bits and pieces in your CE box. I think they're definitely making a shift towards fewer objects, but making them more valuable. Something like that pin is like huge. It's enormous. Like it's very big, very detailed. Obviously the statue's ridiculous. And from memory, we're not paying too much extra for this CE. I'm pretty sure we are paying a little bit extra, but you're getting like the statue as well, you know? So you're paying a bit more, but you're getting more value in fewer items. Plus, of course, the digital offerings just keep growing and growing. As I believe Ian said himself in one of the interviews, one of the early interviews, it might have even been the Q&A session right after BlizzCon last year, that they're trying to, the base edition at the similar kind of price point, they're trying to bring some of those top benefits down into the base edition, and then they're finding more things to add in the taller ones. And of course, the CE, you get the highest digital edition plus your physical goodies. So it's whether or not it's going to be worth it is going to be entirely up to you. If you are someone who loves having the box on the shelf, if you are someone who loves the art books, and even people who use the art books as studies as well, if you're someone who's a pin collector, if you're someone who loves having a statue on your shelf, any of those kind of bits and pieces, then the physical CE may be for you. I believe you can still purchase them at this point. I wouldn't wait too much longer though, because they are a limited edition thing. They don't tend to, from my experience, I have very occasionally seen an EB Games who has one in stock a few months after the fact, but they don't stick around forever. This isn't something that you can go and buy in 10 years when you want to kind of update your collection. If it is something you're interested in, I would consider doing so sooner rather than later. And if you're not into the physical stuff, well, there's the digital editions for you as well. War Within is coming very, very soon, like just over a month away, which, what? It's like 5 weeks, and I cannot believe it's so quick already, my God. I still remember screaming about warbands. So yeah, thank you so much, Blizzard ANZ, for sending this one across to me. I am unbelievably thankful. Unbelievably thankful. I still can't believe that this is my job. And I have Blizzard ANZ to thank for that in a very large part. So thank you. I hope Blizzard at large keeps making a game that we all love. And yeah. How cool is that? Let's do some of these bits and turn some stuff back on. But there you go. There's our there's the CE for the War Within. Where are we? Up to, okay. Choose embossed and jealous. Hey Egna, welcome back. This is so cool. It is super, super cool. Even the styrofoam, yeah, everything is just like next level. Stabbed it with a pencil, yeah, true. If it works, it works. Here's one I prepared earlier. I mean, I really did think about it, but I was like, no, you know what? Nah, this is the first time I've cracked it open. I did get it out of the cardboard box, obviously, but I didn't go anything beyond that. You know what? Hey Google, turn the stream room light on. It's time. Oh, I will find a place for you later. Thunk. He's there. Oh shit, I forgot that. It's just still. Oh, there's the. Yeah. Yes. Good. Are you gonna fit? Just. You fit. Just. I don't know what. I'll figure something out to do with you. You can just sit there. Okay. Oh, no, don't do that. You gonna stay? No, why would you stay? That would be too easy. Oh, crap. Ah, no, don't do that. Okay, fine. No, you. What just fell over? Okay, you're fine. You can stay there. You can fight Ragnaros. You gonna be good? You gonna stay there? Yeah? You stay? Wait, you look like shit. Alright, looks good. Hey Google, turn the stream room light off. Perfect. Oh. I'll hold on to this one. Brilliant. What do we reckon? The same is half the battle. I know, right, Lilia? I know which way it goes is the other half. Yep, and not dropping things everywhere. If only you possess the safety knife, excuse me. So Discord, thank you.
On me so much?
Alright, that's a good idea. Let's do that and I'll catch up on chat real quick. Making me want to buy the collector's edition. That's probably why they send them to people. Hey, Seven. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I was referred to Griffin over the Windrider as a standard flight mount. Fair enough. Did the same thing. Locks in place quite well. Yeah, it does. Once you realize that the plastic is a shield and not part of the. Yep. It's fine. It's fine. I'll leave it in there. I'll leave it in. Griffin is staring into my soul. You want to buy the collector's edition or the digital expansion there is the only thing that's making me wonder if it's not worth it. Do you have 2 accounts? Also, if you buy the CE, they'll often give you a refund on the digital version that you bought. Once you apply the code to the account, you can call up Thingamajig and exchange the codes. Basically, they give you a refund to Battle.net balance, not to cash. But if you're someone who buys bundles and transmog and mounts and pets and stuff when they come to the store, especially things like the charity pets that they often do, if you're someone who buys that stuff, then it'll be sitting there as Battle.net balance to buy that. Red Bull provides Lamau. Oh dear. This collectible's always top notch. Absolutely, it's very sick. Yeah, but it's not quite a reimbursement. It is to Battle.net balance, yeah. You do unboxing for them. That's sick AS. Yeah, look, well, it's not quite hired. I was not paid to do this, but I was gifted the collector's edition. They sent it for free. And I decided to unbox it on the channel for you. I wasn't like, there was no like, we'll send it to you if you do this or if you do that, or you need to post about this or blah, blah, blah. I didn't get any of that kind of stuff. Nothing explicit anyway. Like they didn't, they just said, here, we'll send you one. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, thank you. But of course I'm going to post about it because that's what we do. That's what we like. Yeah. Why is the silver hand gold there? Thank you for the resub, Jack. Got an upgrade. Pretty. I see when it reminds me of that classic loading screen. The dwarf and the griffin. Yeah, you know what? That's probably what they were aiming for, to be honest. Not gonna lie. Game slide box. We were put it for better photos. Yeah, absolutely. So it looks amazing. It is amazing. It's like the detail is phenomenal. Detail is phenomenal. Barry, thank you so much for the resub from Shy. Yay for no ads. So fresh. Yep. Look at that. Yes. It's the actual story. No, it's an art book. So the books that come with the collector's edition, they're often an art book. So you get to see, so there'll be like watercolor renditions of the different zones. Instead of like in-game screenshots, it'll be a painting depicting this is what we want the in-game thing to look like. You'll have sketches right from the early concept stages of this is what we might have these things look like. These are some ideas that we're having. This is the kind of vibe. Right the way through to in-game renders and like you saw with all the NPCs kind of standing next to each other, like the variety of different things. They grab a selection of art from when they've been developing the expansion and they make a whole ass book out of it. They usually divide it up by chapters by the zones, and then you might have one for dungeons, raids, that kind of thing. But considering that there are some story spoilers that can be, they ended up not being any spoilers in what we looked at unless you didn't know the names of the zones. Hiya, X. But there are, in The War Within, there are some things that if you look at them, it will tell you what the story is going to be. So yeah, that's why I thought I'd drop a little warning just in case folks, like I didn't know what we were going to open to. It was completely random, just kind of flicking through a little bit. So yeah, I wanted people to be aware of what could happen. Oh, this looks back, I can tell. Oh yeah, absolutely. Crossbug, bugsont. I don't like the sound of either of those, personally. There's no mousepad this time. We have a cool statue. We do. We absolutely do. Mousepad. Love the mousepads. Oh, thank you, Sass. And 100 more. Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, it tracks. Version with the goodies ammo. Sickest party is that? Oh, absolutely. I'm looking forward to having this stuff not be quite so far away and stuff. I've been talking to Jas about what we might be able to do with a stream room once we find a more permanent place to live, because we don't, this is not our home. This is a family friend owns this place, and we're staying here quote unquote temporarily. It's been almost a year now. It's been beyond 11 months, but we're trying to find somewhere more permanent to live. And once we do get that kind of thing set up with a stream room and stuff, I'll be able to do a little bit more with it, maybe. Just because I know that this is my space. I'm hoping to get a new desk, hoping to get some shelving stuff like this wooden thing that they're all on. That's not either of ours. That was here when we came here, kind of thing. So, talking about what we might get, what I might get to do with my stuff, my space. But
time is money, friend.
We're gonna get the space first. We're gonna get the place. But yeah, love the book on the shelf. Yeah, so good. Canon and ZB games with the pre-orders seem to receive an extra or two per store. Yeah, they do. They definitely get. And I've found like one time. I found, I think, a Kata collector's edition like 3 or 4 years back, maybe more, in Brisbane, but like it's exceedingly rare. They don't get many extras, and then of course any leftovers, people cancel pre-orders and stuff. Like they get the text, oh, you can come pick it up, and they go, nah, actually I don't want that. They can cancel and get their pre-order money back, and then the store is just left to sell that as regular stock. But if you do want one, I wouldn't rely on that happening, is what I'm saying. If you do want a physical CE, then I'd move on that as soon as you can, just to avoid being disappointed. But if it's not for you, that's okay too. Yeah. We do. Absolutely. I'm about finding collectors and talking about art book, second-hand bookstore. 980, yeah. No idea what they had, that's it. Well, unboxes. I mean, I'd love to, but I don't have anything to unbox. It's about having the box cutter. Oh, was it? There you go, Ginny. Fantastic. Yes, temporary home indeed. Oh, fuck. I forgot that emote only was still on. Whoops. Temporary home, yeah. You have to get mine tomorrow. Nice. Just be enough room midnight, the last Titan boxes. Yeah. I mean, I can always take that white box off the end as well. That's just a storage cube thing. But yeah, I'm building quite the white one at the very, like the white one right here, that one there, that's the 10th anniversary box. 10th? 15th. The one they did with Rag. What are you? 15th. Yeah, it's the 15th anniversary. With the art prints and stuff. Those art prints. Excuse me. What are you caught on? Oh, I see. Yeah, the art prints are another thing I'd love to be able to put on the wall and stuff like that, but just not yet. Yeah, so that's the 15th. I don't have a vanilla. Do with that information what you may. I don't have a vanilla. It's the only one I'm missing. I've got the rest of them, like BC right the way through, but no vanilla box. Do you have the rag session? Yeah, hey Google, turn the stream room light on. That's Rag there. He's actually holding my bracelets from DreamHack. my friendship bracelets and stuff. But yeah, that's the 15th box, and then right the way through. So BC, Wrath, Kata. That is my MOP box. It's sat on a shelf in a lounge room. It's not. It's meant to be that color, but it's faded to hell, like completely and entirely to hell. Okay, just hold on. Oh. Still a bit stiffly. But yeah, the like MOP, and then what's that? WOD, Legion, BFA, Shadowlands, Dragonflight, and now War Within as well. And that's the Warcraft Rumble promo box that they sent out that is just the cutest thing. It's absolutely amazing. There are so many bits and pieces in all of these boxes that I want to have out and displayed, and I just don't have space. I just don't have space. I'm actually considering in the permanent housing the leaves that you can't see, the nano leaf stuff that you can't see at the moment, how it's across here. I'm thinking about doing it more clustered or even vertical, just to have more wall space for displaying stuff. And I'm actually thinking of having the curtain come over some shelving as well. So like, you know, so if I had like a bookcase that has all my stuff on it, but then the curtain is on top of that, so it's so you can still see the reactions and stuff, but then there's stuff behind the curtain, if that makes sense. Just so I have space to put all of my geeky shit up, because I've gotten, excuse me, I know that's disgusting, but yeah, I've gotten so much geeky shit over the 8.5 years I've been streaming. Like even the box down here, this box, the big white one here, that's from the Logitech, the G502X, or the G502 10th anniversary, X anniversary. And then obviously I've got the two statues. This is a Connect 4 kit that's Twitch partner branded. This little thing here with the two little blue cards and the little spiky thing, that was from the Wrath of the Lich King Classic launch in Sydney that Blizzard fucking flew me to from Brisbane. We went and had a Viking lunch together, and they gave us a little pointy shot glass that doesn't sit, like it's a shot glass there, and like a little thank you thing, and that card there was a place thing that had my fucking name on it, like it's got Fiamma written on it, like what? And I've got my now dead authenticator there as well. Like there's so many little things that I've accumulated through the years, and Lord, I want to have it on display. And it's all my bloody passes for conventions and stuff as well. All my PAX passes, my DreamHack Creator Pass, my TGX Creator Pass, just all of that kind of. I'm so fucking lucky. Sorry, I just. Hey Google, turn the stream room light off. I'm fine. I just, like, holy shit! Like, what the fuck is my life? I'm good. Yes, I'm alright. So I hope you're doing well today. Welcome back. Thank you, X. Thank you, Zam. I forgot to press the record button, so I'm gonna have to download it and edit from there. Cross your fingers for me that it's not shit. Oops. My brain is still not working properly. Working, enjoy the lurk. X, yeah, it was 15, you're right. Oh my god, Kaz, thank you for the Prime sub! Much appreciated. The artwork. Always amazing. Seeing like Cobalt art back in the day and show artwork. Oh my god, yeah, no, it's like it has always been. They have always had just such phenomenal artists. Even when, you know, you go to, excuse me, if you go into Shattrath and mount up on like one of the dragon riding mounts, and you just like, look at these textures, now look at these textures. It's ridiculous. Like, it's insane how far it has come. But recognizing that they did that with the tech that was available 18 years ago, like, they were not hampered by skill. They were hampered by what was available to be done with the file sizes and all that kind of stuff that they had available to them. It has always been fucking gorgeous. I reckon we need to do a retrospective look through all the bloody art books, but I feel like doing that without Vanilla's one would just be a waste. Like, the vanilla art book is it would be amazing to have, but it's fine. It's fine. You don't have the 15th one. Oh, they go. Nice man got stolen. I'm sorry to hear that. Up to 5 CEs, Wrath, Cat Award, DF now within. Yup. You just illiterate not to eat the physical stuff. Yeah, that's, I mean, I don't have any of those kind of concerns. I don't have any pets. I don't have any kids. I have a Jas, but he's not allowed. I'm kidding. He's allowed in here. He just knows not to fuck with my stuff. Well, because I asked him, I said, look, do you want to get a collector's edition? And he's gone, why do I need one? You've got one. And I'm like, yeah, but that's mine. He's like, yeah, but I'm in the house too. So, so he respects it as if it's also his, you know, and I think it probably also the fact that he plays as well. He knows, he knows, and he respects and values, and yeah. You see guys in normal boxes till they go stolen. I had a couple of battle chests way back when with WoW, BC, and Wrath, like the little boxes. I got rid of them ages ago though, because if they were in good quality, like if they were in good condition, I would have kept them, but they just weren't. They'd been beaten to shit over the years. They were like fraying cardboard, barely holding together, and I just said, nah, fuck it. Like they're not really worth having, not anymore. Not considering I have these ones and I don't need the discs and all that kind of stuff. I think I grabbed a couple of the books, like the manuals and stuff out of them that were still in decent nick, and I put them in a different box and kind of kept that. But the outer stuff, it was all trash. Some of it was water damaged, a lot of it was sun bleached. Like it wasn't worth it, you know? But yeah, I no longer have my visual vinyl box. Part of my storage unit was flooded. Yeah, I've found on eBay for minimal markup. Oh, lucky. A lot of the ones I find on eBay are just exorbitant, or some of them are just selling the empty box, like none of the internals. I don't need the key. I don't need the game key. I don't want a mint condition, unopened, blah blah blah. I just want it to be in relatively good nick, and I want to have the inside non-digital bits. Fuck, even the mouse pad being used would be fine, and gone or whatever would be fine, but I like the art book and stuff. What else was in the, let's have a look. Wow. Oh no, right, I turned my keyboard off, didn't I? Good job, Fair. Wow, vanilla CE. That's not helpful. That's just, here we go. World of Warcraft Collector's Edition sealed for sale. That's Battle for Azeroth. That's Burning Crusade. That's Dragonflight. Oh, only 2 left. They had 12 of them by the looks of it. Right, so World of Warcraft Collector's Edition, new other, 305 with 15 shipping, but there's 16 bids and 4.5 days left. It's not sealed. What else is in it? This is a behind the scenes DVD. There's it's like new. Oh, itchy. World of Warcraft Collector's Edition DVD is sealed. That's not useful. What else is actually... There is an art book. There is a guest pass key. There's a like a rolled up scroll of the map, not a, it doesn't look like an actual mouse pad. There's the game CD, collector's edition manual, product catalog. Wow, that'd be a flashback. Behind the scenes DVD. There's someone on here who's trying to sell, I think, 9 of them, like 9 different ones for like $40,000. I'm like, yeah, good luck with that. There's a 15th collector's sealed in box for $350. Local pickup though. EFA game code used. Legion sealed. Wrath opened but unused. Jesus, the BFA signed collectors autographed by devs is only $250. Jesus. People are already selling the War Within one. Like, fuck, man. Just go get it from a store. I don't understand what these codes mean.
Sunwell.
Di, thank you for the resub. Much appreciated. Right, so there's an art book, there's a product catalog, there's a behind the scenes DVD, there's the collector's edition manual, there's an advertisement for Intel, there's an advertisement for NVIDIA, there's 2 guest pass keys, the game DVD, the soundtrack, like a physical soundtrack, and then the rolled up scroll of a map, I think, is the last thing. There's one for 500 Canadian. May not ship to Australia. There we go. But yeah, what is this one? World of Warcraft, go away. World of Warcraft Collector's Editions, Complete BNIB. I don't know what that means because I don't do this very often. But they've got a, there's WoW, there's BC, there's Wrath, there's, what's next? I always forget. Kata, there's MOP, there's Warlords, there's Legion. This was the other way around, wasn't it? Wait, I don't fucking know. There's 9 of them. There's 9 of them plus the 15th anniversary. It's missing Dragonflight, but that's it. And they want 60,000 Australian. Are they even sealed? Yeah, they're all sealed. $60,000 Australian. It's in Australia. Interesting. Everything is sealed, mint condition. Well, I don't have 60k, but if any of you have won the lottery lately and want everything all in one fell swoop, it is available on the eBays. Box childhood things. You guys have a favorite box expansion box? Honestly, no. Like, they're all just so gorgeous in their own ways. I loved when I saw the Shadowlands box for the first time. It took my fucking breath away. I can definitely say that. But mostly because of that. Like, I had just, it was just, I mean, the having the sky shatter to begin with blew my mind. It was so beautiful. And every time I fly past, I'm like, oh my God, that skybox. But the holographic details just across the whole thing they're still absolutely just fucking beautiful. So that was probably the first box that really took my breath away in terms of design. Like, oh my lord. I don't know that it's my favorite, but it was just so special, you know? Yeah, Dragonflight one is gorgeous, but it wasn't... They're all... I think they all do a really good job at capturing the, what did I do? I think they all do a really great job at capturing the essence of their particular expansion, but that Shadowlands one was just next level. They did something special there. First news, my first midnight launch, Lucky Breath was just amazing. And the Authenticator, yeah. There's also a box called Nerd Cred. You could always make some room for sacrificing the go for weapons. I don't think you get a display thing for, yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's my dead Authenticator too. I can't bear to throw it away. No, it's a part of my history. It only broke, like, not even a couple weeks ago. The battery died a couple weeks ago. Never getting rid of that. 17 and a half years of playing WoW. I mean, I'm not sure I had it right from the word go, but I did have it from fairly early on. Yeah, it's a long time. Wrath made me completely change roles, but I had Druid main in vanilla TBC. So she's mine, of course. You just so come from streamer. Thanks for that. You're very welcome, Ali. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, thank you, Dunno. Thank you. Use these stones all the time for nostalgia. I go everywhere for collectibles. I can't help myself. I really think this affect highlights. True, you're right. You're right. Music and night off starting zone. Yes. Come on, nope, can't do. Yeah, I don't know how many of you guys have a stream room. Yeah. I don't got one of those full-size metal frostmons back in the day. Holy shit. Look, if I had the cash, I probably would have. Not gonna lie. I'm not a big stuff person. Like, I know, but I'm not a big, like, I don't have Funko Pops. I have a couple of Pops, but they've all been gifted. I've never bought one myself. And the ones that I have been gifted, I treasure them, but I don't tend to buy things that just sit on a shelf. I buy stuff that has purpose. Like I have t-shirts because they're wearable. Like I can do something with them, you know. Quite often what I buy is t-shirts. The collector's editions, the stuff that's in, there's a fucking book in there, right? Like there's a book that I can sit there and just browse to my heart's content. Plus it gives me the expansion to the game that I play, you know, an insane amount and all that kind of stuff. So it's, did I accidentally press the walk key? I did. But for the most part, when I buy like nerd stuff, it's stuff that serves a separate function as well. Like if I had a phone case, I don't have a phone case, but if I had a phone case, I'd buy nerdy phone case or things like that. Yeah, so it's, I don't have, like, apart from, like, I display stuff in here, but I'm not sure I would display that stuff in the rest of the house. It's, although I'm getting to the point now that I have too much of it, and I might need to. But that's okay. Most of it, like, and the things that I do have, there's like, there's a connection there. Like I'm talking about, you know, the shot glass from the thingamajig, the Twitch partner Connect 4 I got in a Christmas package from Twitch. The pillow was from a Subfest. The other pillow was from a partner party. All of these, they have all the memories of the cons that I went to. I'm trying to think if I bought any of the plushies for myself. And I don't think that I did. No, that's a lie. I bought Togepi because I cosplayed Misty. And Jas and I bought Bitbot. He's the mascot for TGX. And we bought him because we had a bit of cash left over because Jas got a VIP badge for that. So we got 2 t-shirts and we had some money left over. So we bought the plushie because they were in very limited stock and he's so cute. So yeah, so it's yeah. I'm just really lucky. Howdy Goliath, welcome on in. I know that you joined us like quite a while ago. I'm so behind on chat, but I'm getting there. But no, something like Frostmourne these days, Frostmourne would absolutely go in the stream room. But I have to win the lottery first. I'll be hearing quote, if you're running 3K series GPU, you're most certainly running a better rig than what Blizzard used to build classic. Oh fuck yeah, abso-fucking-lutely. The collection of all collector's editions today going for 7K US, like bro, calm down. Well, that one was 60K Australian, which was $40,040.40 US or something like that was the approximate conversion on eBay. But that was 9 CEs plus a 15th anniversary, all completely intact, unopened, mint fucking condition. One of them had a slight ding in one corner kind of thing. So it makes sense. It does make sense. But it's a lot. Thank you, Ellie. Yeah, that's perfect. This Jim class of movement covering 88 graphics card overheat every 30 minutes. Restart my PC. I don't know what that means, but thank you so much for the resub die. Let's see, it gave you a Zergling pet. It gave you a choice. You either got a Zergling or a panda or the oh, whoops, I forgot I did that. It was StarCraft. Mini Thor was, yeah, StarCraft as well. So you had either the Panda Cub, or... oh, where are the other ones? How do they not have... there was a third. There were 3 different ones. Was it Grunty? No, that's BlizzCon. Mini Diablo, yeah. That's why, because that one doesn't have the apostrophe in it. Yeah. So you got a choice of the 3 of them when you started a new character. Each one of them could pick one. But now, of course, everything's account-wide. A brand new unbox. Thank you, Absi. Yeah, I was like, B and IB. I'm sure this is some lingo that I just don't know. Let it be me. Yeah, right. Gorgeous bugs and such a PC. Hazing is not collector's editions. Can you retest and stop selling them? That's weird, Taz. Yeah, I'm sorry. That sucks. I did get the shiny. I'm alright. I'm doing better than I have been. I hope you can say the same. Let's update this. Doesn't really matter. Okay, we'll just save that bit. Oh. I remember in one of the Discords I'm in, when the thing for the collector's edition went up, and people were like talking about how much it was to pre-order, and people were dropping like, yeah, well, at least it doesn't cost as much as mine does, and then they dropped the screenshot with the conversion with the shipping, because everyone was talking about the shipping fees. And then I dropped my screenshot, because it was all from the Blizzard store, right? And I just, everyone was like, well, mine's worse, and this is from Canada, and this is from Europe, and this is from blah, blah, blah. So all I said was Australia, and dropped my screenshot. And the next comment was, that is more than my monthly mortgage. And I'm like, yep, that's why we get them in brick and mortars. None of them were like, what the fuck? How the hell do you guys even get them? And I'm just like, we have local retailers that get them in stock. We can't buy them from Blizzard. We simply can't. It's just too much. It was literally going to cost a couple of $1,000 to order it from the Blizzard store, plus shipping to Australia, plus taxes and stuff. It's insane. Hey, Rocka, welcome back. I'm alright. I hope you're going well. I just read about one of the server blades. Probably wanted something I'd not go for. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a really cool piece of history to have. But yeah, I don't know. I'm stuff first and stuff for Game Boys. Something where I collect stuff. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Head for the bank fair. I look now, sorry, I don't take my television. It took me a while. She was part of an achievement. Yeah. And it's some settling for childhood stuff. Not always. Not always. Sometimes people just want a tangible... It's kind of like how people get a tattoo to represent, something that's had such an effect on their lives. Some people represent that in physical objects instead. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's all good. He was like, wow, is it 68 points? Well done, Cookie. Well done. So, okay, so you worked hard. And thank you, Absu. So, like 3 years earlier, I'm like, oh, mental. Diablo, yeah, Mini Diablo, the Zergling, and the Panda Cub. Should know security by the time it's oh damn, that sucks. Squally, we can do Squally. Tax on tech shipping, yeah, it's I mean, that's buying. The Australia tax is it's not about ordering internationally. The Australia tax is how much we have to buy for how much to. The Australia tax is talking about how we have to pay more from retailers here just because we live in Australia. What that actually represents is the cost for the manufacturer and the stockist to actually ship it to Australia before they can sell it to us, kind of thing. The Australia tax is not talking about us importing it from us individually importing it from overseas. It has a similar effect, but it's not the same term. Let's clear that filter so I can actually see everything. Set favorite and we summon as well. Cool. Should we be buying from this store that outside the US smash to opera for an hour? Like, yeah. Curious about music online. Art book is the biggest thing for me outside of having the pretty box smoking. Yeah, so always really crazy about buying music online. So the Australia tax originally was because we were paying more for things off the shelf, like physically off the shelf in an Australian retail store because of the cost of getting it to that shelf to begin with. So it added additional cost to the product. And so we have to, you know, they're not going to just sell it at a loss. They need to still make the same profit, so they mark up the prices. What then started happening was that people would mark things up even when they didn't actually have to ship it to Australia. It's just costing more because it's in Australia than it would be if you were overseas and stuff, but it's not always a good deal, obviously. Some companies claim that it's because they have to pay conversion fees to be able to charge us in Australian dollars and stuff like that, but like that's bullshit. We can just pay it ourselves if you charge us USD, so many other companies do it anyway. And then they call it market price. Well, that's what people are paying in Australia, so that's what we'll charge. It's like, well, yeah, they're paying that because we can't get it otherwise. Anyway. All in all, it's just kind of shit, but yeah, it's a whole thing. Art book is the biggest thing for me. I started having the pretty box on my geek shelf. Yeah, ditto. So character illustrations to be disabled. Fresh going live. Yep, people have been talking about that for about a week and a half now, I think. Did you get enough time going to them out? Well done, Mike. So getting it here, plus more and stuff like expected lost revenue for having to uphold things like warranty. Yeah. Oh no, Australian consumers have rights. How dare we? How dare we? Really? Didn't I thought I bookmarked. I'm so confused. I guess not. Right. what I wanted to do was update the roulette before we got started. Because obviously we're gonna have to split things down a little bit further now, because we're running out of things to get, which is a good problem to have. But it also means that the loot table's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So we're gonna have T14 LFR. We're gonna have Tot LFR. We're gonna have Siege of Orgrimmar LFR. We're going to have Dungeons. We're gonna have Scenarios. And we're gonna have Try Again. 2, 3. Okay, so if we go... Okay, I think that's what I wanted, roughly. All right, so you still have a better chance of getting something than you have of not getting anything. Yes. So, if you would like to control the stream, you can do so by spinning the sticky bomb roulette! Exclamation sticky bomb! Otherwise, I'm going to send this little Tauren to Vale, because that's a lot of things. Okay. The audacity, I know, right? Having rights in this economy, I know. We're losing some of them, but that's like, you know, we'll just be working it. And what we done too. So I've got 11,661 total. That's what I got to yesterday. I only got like 1 weapon yesterday. Or maybe 2. I think I got 2 weapons yesterday. We're still at 4 things a day. And as it gets closer and closer to the end, it is becoming more and more difficult to drop the number of things. So if we're gonna get it down to 3 things, I'm gonna need to get like 8 or 9 things in a single day. Like more than it's getting sticky. We are really close to it dropping to 3, but we are currently still at 4 things a day. So if you would like to queue us up an instance, you can do so with the roulette. And there's still a chance that I may win $100 from Sticky Bomb again if the roulette is spun. And you can also win bonus points, which will get you free stickers and stuff like that as well. So by all means, if that is something you are interested in giving a go, you're welcome to do so. But we're down to not too many to go. Almost under 100. 114 things to go. This is what I call the 50% rule. Basically take the US price, add 50% will likely be the AUD price. Yeah, usually, but it's been varying a lot more lately. Like sometimes, back in the day that was a pretty good rule, but these days it's every day it swings so weirdly, it's a pain in the ass. It's gone to the point that I just ask Google. Every time I'm curious, I just plug it into Google. I don't even try to guess anymore. Especially considering some of the numbers that I'm dealing with are a little bit bigger than like, you know, 20 or 30 bucks. And the bigger the number, the bigger the variation is, makes a difference, you know. Because like Twitch estimates my payouts in US dollars, and if I'm gonna look at how much I'm gonna earn, I need to know that isn't just a guess. So once the month is over, I have a look at my US estimate, and then I convert that properly to Australian. I don't just guess. Because, yeah, guessing when it comes to money gets dangerous sometimes. Tricks companies can use to avoid consumer rights. For example, if someone pre-ordered a product on Steam, came with some bonus DLC, was available immediately. This DLC lost their right to a refund on the pre-order. Yeah, Steam has a separate user agreement for that stuff for Australia. Specifically because we have different laws to most of the rest of the world when it comes to that stuff, like consumer rights and stuff. Our consumer rights are pretty fucking robust. So Steam has a specific Australian thingy, which is good for us, I guess. Not so great for others. Yeah. And 12 per day. Well done, matey. That's awesome. I keep trying to get what I can, of course. That's wicked, though. It's wonderful news. Hey, Diablo, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. There's a couple of cross-rank doubles there, but most of these are Veil only. Maybe I should pop this on prot while I'm here. Just because there's so many shields. Yeah, they definitely can be. It's obviously always worth being aware of your rights and just paying attention. It's gonna be the one time you don't pay attention. It's gonna be the time that messes you up, hey? Hey-oh. You look slightly warm.
I look cold, you mean?
You look like you have thank you. Yay. It has raspberry Coke.
Yes.
Yum.
Oh. Cool.
Hey Google, turn the stream room light on.
It's fighting back.
Yeah, that's what I said. See, I told you.
Give him a whooping.
Yeah, and look on the shelf. You can pull it out and have a look if you want.
No, it's okay. And it's still dirty.
Very true, thank you for that. Yeah.
You gotta consider the fact that that is a nice box.
It is beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. Hey Google, turn the stream room light off.
Hello, friends.
Right to refund digital goods anytime within 14 days of delivery without reason. Just deliver to news. Yeah. Bye. Thank you for the Coke. Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah, sure, just send me an invite. Of course, I didn't realize it was you. Yeah, you're always welcome. Look, you're always welcome to do that. And if I'm like, excuse me, no, I'll just leave the group. Like if I'm trying to do something that's solo, I'll be like, sorry, I do need to be alone, and then I'll leave the group. So yeah, I'm never gonna hold a grudge or anything like that. Yeah. We didn't finish them, refund them in 1 2 week, and it's so good. Yeah, I had an ex who did that for the entire Assassin's Creed. It's like the entire Assassin's Creed series, from like start through like God knows how many games, to the point that they banned him from returning them. Like, you know, you're clearly abusing this, you're not allowed to return them. But they said that to him before they took a refund and then said, look, because you've done this so many times, we need to let you know that if you purchase this next one, you will not be able to refund it. So they told him beforehand, they didn't just kind of yank out the carpet from under him, and he was like, yeah, you know what, fair. Had to like sign a thing and stuff, but yeah, no. He tested the system and eventually they just got sick of it, so yeah. Oh hey Sid, welcome on in. I hope you're doing well today. No, I can't actually. The stuff is done region-wide. We can't control individual screens that see the things. And it's not just me showing up either, there's a bunch of us almost every day of the week now. There'll be an ANZ creator showing up on you. I'm assuming it's Battle.net, we've got link protection here, but yeah, the Battle.net launcher. It's kind of cool, hey? Awesome to see Blizzard ANZ promoting local talent and all that kind of shit. Yeah, no, I can't, sorry, that's not how that works, unfortunately. But I hope you have a pleasant journey through Azeroth today. buy much stronger as physical goods, even those ordered online. Yes, local store encouraged me. There you go. I reckon it must have been something coming from like head office or something like that. Like, I don't know, but you know, the systems are there. You do what you can, and when they tell you to stop, you got to stop. I'm supposed to be pretty high by now. You've been for the day. I'm just doing all the things. Yeah, no, well, I am still trying to do all the things. It's just remix things, which are a pain in the butt. But yeah, what are the 40k? Just over 40k. I think I hit 40k. When did I? It must have been just before remix or something. I don't remember exactly, but it was, yeah, it was reasonably recently, I think. Reasonably recently. Streamers appearing Battle.net, nice to see lots of women creators in the community. Yeah, and I mean, you can always not click. Like, I mean, it's just like any other advertising. There's advertising I see all the time that I don't agree with, or that I don't like, or whatever. And I don't click through. Because clicking through gives them the engagement and tells them to keep doing it and all that kind of stuff. So every time people click through to tell me that I'm shit, it's like, well, I mean, oh my god. Oh my god. 1. Okay, here we go. It has begun. That's right, not everyone has to like me. My content's certainly not for everybody, and that's okay. I just hope they find a creator that they enjoy watching, or that they just, if they can't find anybody that, you know, maybe they find a different platform, or maybe they just don't consume content. That's okay too. Watching other people play video games is also not for everybody. I'm not gonna hold that against anyone. We're fun! The see stream advertising Battle.net, then an annoying pop-up for a game I've never expressed an interest in. Yeah, I've been getting a few, like, Call of Duty released now. It's like, yeah, but I've not once played it. My thought is that the stuff through Battle.net, they don't have the like, you know how when you look at one thing on Amazon and for 3 months all of your advertising everywhere is for like products like that? They just don't have that with Battle.net. They can't tell who plays what and stuff. They don't have that kind of tracking available to them to target, so they can't target their advertising, which, I mean, is that necessarily a bad thing? If everyone gets the same thing rather than it being targeted based on your play and stuff. I mean, like, I'm, you know, some sacrifices and all that, but yeah, it's a thing. Wholesome streamer, yeah, look, not to everyone, and that's okay. That's alright. We all love COD so much. I love that it's COD for everybody. Really disappointing in a Battle.net C streamers as often as a US EU. There are reasons for that, I believe. I'm not sure what they are. I don't have like information, but I believe that there are reasons for that. I hope it changes in future. I hope that this is something they continue to do, but I guess NA engage with their creators in a very different way to the way that the international folks do. And there are a lot of benefits that the streamers based in NA get. Like the creators, the ones that are like the WoW partners and stuff, there are a lot of benefits that they get that we in other continents could never fucking dream of. So that's, you know, bit of column A, bit of column B, right? It does balance out in a lot of ways. Lots of opportunities that we miss out on simply by virtue of where we live. Same as you guys. We're fun! Definitely sit above an ad for stream is better than another COD advert. So funny that it's COD. Anyways, I was talking about Hearthstone. And I still have a hunter pet flame from 2006 with Joe, that character. It's the flame removed, of course. Of course, if you figured you will like it. No, not always. And again, that's okay. Don't hold that against anyone. I'm outnumbered. Come on, all for the things I did it for you. I'm Look, I'm for all the things. Did it for years, used to hunt mounts and achieve daily for years, gave it up for a while, just played the game. We want to do it all over again, started hunting for all the things again. Yes, you have been infected. Welcome back. One of us. Just put a lawn chair to replace a lawn chair I'd had for 20 years. That was broken, don't need a lawn chair a week after buying the first one. I know, right? It's like, guys, you know what will scare me though? What will scare me is when the cookies get smarter. When it's like, oh, you bought a lawn chair a week ago? Here is a cover for the shape of lawn chair that you purchased. Here is an outdoor table that matches the style of the lawn chair that you purchased. Here is a product that will help keep the material of your lawn chair looking new after all the sunbakingness and blah, 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 blah. You know, like, because that's the day they've finally become fucking intelligent. That's the problem. I'm sure there are reasons to love it. But the creators agreed. Absolutely agreed. I'm incredibly grateful to the opportunities that have presented themselves. It would be amazing to get to do some of the stuff that NA does, but I'm incredibly thankful for what I do have. Big time. Big time. Deliric, quick diminishing push up bacon stuff. Garlic sounds delicious. Enjoy. Rose for dueling, yes, absolutely. Duel away. Just enjoy it again. Can you go for the hunt? Of course. We'll be doing a lot more of it moving into War Within. I want these weapons before they go away. But the RNGesus is not looking upon me with favor this day. It's like you think about something that starts showing up on your... Oh yeah, big time. Regularly, people in chat say that I have, like, I talk about, like, they don't even contribute to the conversation, they're just lurking, and I talk about a certain product, and then the next day they're getting ads for buying that product on Amazon. Like, what? I beggeth your pardon? It's just, it's slightly uncomfortable. I thought they were already there. Oh, were they? I have no idea. I haven't really paid that much attention. I usually get, like, if I've bought something, I'll get ads for the same type of thing. Or if I've searched something, then I'll get ads for that thing again, kind of thing. But, yeah, I don't know, maybe. I don't need a new phone, let me know I get ads for the new Razer phone. Yeah. She raised as a kid in high school, weird as fuck. Or a coincidence. Yeah, I had a Razer as well. So you got a lot of things, 90% of things for Helen and Marbury's. Well done, Sack. Congratulations, that's huge. Well done. Do you want to... Oh, hello, I recognize you. I went to invite them and I'm like, hang on a minute. Alright, I might come downstairs with you then. I just saw the party message, sorry. Game zero already, most of his game sites. It's the other way, how... Yeah, I don't actually. I don't get a lot of ads for gaming related stuff. I tend to get ads for, like, just whatever I googled yesterday, kind of thing. Like, at one point when I started up Poll again, I was browsing and making a wish list through one of my favorite Pollware, manufacturers. And then for ages afterwards, all I got was ads for Poll clothes. And then the moment I searched for snacks on Amazon, all the ads changed to snacks on Amazon kind of thing. Like, it's, yeah. It's kind of balked. Marcus hurt. Yeah, it is. It is. Digital map for the Delves looks so cool. Did you see the transformation for it? Oh, it's so bad. No, I haven't seen it just yet, but I saw the bits and pieces of it that were on the alpha. So I am, and I mean, I will get the hell out of that thing. Like, it'll be mine. But yeah, very keen. Very, very keen. There's a lot, yeah. Oh, I don't have any more keys. Okay. Neighborhood milk, hello. Hello. I'm out of boxes. I managed to get my 4 weapons on Wednesday when I was sitting in the chat with you guys in Discord. I'm so glad you guys had a good night. Even if I wasn't able to participate to my fullest, but I did get I got my 4 weapons. But then I think I only got, by the looks of it I got 2 yesterday, but I think I got 1 that counted against 2 zones. So I did not get my goal yesterday, but I also was dead. And instead of doing remix, I got KSM instead. So that's different. Yep. Some wild times. So I heard. That's alright. That's alright. If I wasn't really listening. No, I wasn't listening. I was watching chat. Like, I had chat open like I have chat open here, but then eventually you guys just stopped chatting and you were all talking instead. I was like, okay, fuck you all, I'll go to bed. You only go for cosmetics every class, Zach. Every class. I'm at 99.04% of remix completed. It just so happens that most of what's left I can get on the warrior because they have such a big, like, they can use almost every weapon. Yeah. You're talking AK being serenaded by Seeker. Okay, yeah, that doesn't surprise me. That doesn't surprise me. So yeah, muted for a while, yeah. You guys getting all up on those lacs. Very exciting. That's nice. Do more likes next week after pre-patch starts? Nuh-uh, you guys have to get them. You have to earn them. 150 plus points. You could do them off stream, but 150 plus points. ATD random had it in for us. ATD random always does, like, guaranteed. Speaking of which, where are we up to? Oh my goodness, we're at 69, so you guys need to write a tweet. Where's Rump when you need him? Maybe I'll get him to come in on Sunday at the start of stream, and we can do a live, like, Rump writes tweets and you guys vote. So looking for warbands? Me too. Me too. Iron Dogs worked. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, so it's the 19th of July, and we're at 69 plus points. We've got to get to 150 if you want a, so we're more than halfway through the month, less than halfway to the goal. So if you want to make Seeker happy, you got to self-sub. Or upgrade your sub from tier 1 to 2 or 3. But of course, take care of yourselves before you take care of AR. Always, always, always. Nice, this is the tweet, yeah. But you could mount. That's funny. It's so easy to forget which dungeons you can mount in. Especially when you do so many that you can't mount in. Did you end up doing the Panda remix? Hey Seven. This is remix. This is remix. I wonder for the Xbox, but also Siebes. Yeah, we've been doing it pretty consistently since the start. And the weapons can't be bought. The transmog, the gear, the armor can be, but the weapons can't be bought. So that's what we're farming, is weapons in remix. For ATT percentage. So yeah, I've got 113 weapons left to drop. Yeah, this is remix. Yeah. I need to get 4 weapons a day for the rest of remix. What I really should do is figure out what the actual calculation would be if it's per stream and not per day. But that's harder math. So here's this dream hack. What's this about weapons and armor? Hey CJ, welcome back. Yeah, remix, Mr. Pandaria remix, the mode that is available currently. There's a whole crap load of transmog you can get. Transmog that was never available in Pandaland as it was back in the day. And as far as we're aware, it's only available while this mode is available, and the mode is only available for like another month-ish. So yeah, that's what we're farming for. Farming for transmog. They have fun, right? I've got a few tunes now. I've got a warrior, obviously, for the like all the weapons that the warrior can learn. I have a mage as my main. I have paladin. I have a hunter for the bows, crossbows, and guns, and I have a shaman that I'm kind of working through the zones, trying to get. But it's stopping working. Like it's not doing so well anymore. It was working really well in the beginning, but it's not working so well anymore. I'm doing entire zones worth of quests and just not getting any drops. But I guess it's just because I have so few things left to get now, unfortunately. Yeah. My sunscreen hadn't heard anything otherwise. Fair enough. That's okay. Yeah, it's a thing. No quite double. Double. 31 days, I lose access to all the fun stuff. Outrageous, can I take my current characters in? No. No. You gotta make a time runner, a new tune to level up through Remix. Everything you earn in Remix, like transmog and stuff, stays with you. So like the moment you learn a new mount, you have access to that mount in retail as well. Retail and Remix. All the transmog you earn in Remix, you can immediately use it in retail. And at the end of Remix...
Time is money, friend.
That's an ad warning. At the end of Remix, all of your time running tunes get converted to retail tunes. With a boosted set of gear. So like level 70s will have whatever you buy when you purchase a boost to 70, the gear that you get will be the gear that's put onto the time runners. Just have a look at my screen, like where is it? I know, I have people talking about that all the time, it's kind of funny. New days, stream days are put up a yeah, right, true. True. It'd be more than 4. That's for fucking sure, isn't it? Oh, you think it's about what do you do to chunk your stuff? Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You want to be hopeful? Yeah, no, you can definitely, like, you'd have to go pretty hard. But it really depends on, like, what you want. If you want everything, you're probably cutting it. Like, you're probably not gonna be so hopeful, but, if you want, you know, particular mounts or particular pieces of transmog or whatever, it's very easy to just kind of go and target those. Finish the bronze stuff within 3 weeks. Yeah, it's real quick to get the bronze stuff done. It's everything else that takes the time. Bronze rains from the sky. Which way I'm near. So priority clock look as a second. Yeah, you'll be fine. You can buy literally everything with bronze very easily if you play. Like if you get stuck into it, you'll be perfectly fine. But yeah, it's just a matter of actually having the the self-discipline to like get stuck into it. But I mean, that's the same with any collecting thing, you know? If you make one attempt on a character, on a mount every kind of blue moon, then you're not going to get the thing very easily, are you? But if you focus on it and you throw all your resources at getting that thing, then you'll get it fine. Doable, you need to look up what to do and have the time to do it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. But there's like 1,000,001 guides on Wowhead and stuff about it these days, so everyone's kind of figured out the most efficient way to do shit. Girlfriend sounds like a plan. Sorry, I missed a few words there. Mounts after makes a very quick to collect, yeah. Well, in your first team to 7, you probably get all mounts or remakes only. Yes, agreed. And then you'll just have to run some raids to get the cloth mog, which, I mean, that's how you'd get mog anyway, right? Yeah. Remember, guys, if you want to send us hurtling towards some instances, you can do so with the Sticky Bomb Roulette. We've got all the different flavors of LFR in there, plus dungeons and scenarios. Just rerolling a lot. Yeah, it's at this point you'd like playing something you know and are comfortable with. Is a pretty good bet, I reckon. Oops, wrong button again. Yeah. Remix has been good fun. I just wish everything was purchasable. I feel like if they'd had arsenals on the thingamajig, I would have been done with Remix literally over a month ago. It's been one of those tricky things where I'm having to decide between what I want to do and what my goals are, and what's best for my content and best for my channel. Because as Remix has gone on, the numbers have gone down and down and down and down. So it's been a bit tricky, you know, but at the same time I have this goal, and if I don't play I can't accomplish the goal. So I am looking forward to Remix being over, just because then I can't, there's no choice for me to make. That's it, you know. I level fairly fast. If you have a tune you want to play, never had the time to level, now is time. Yeah, absolutely. Agreed. Kat, thank you so much for the resub. Hope you're doing well today. Side of the content creator is really consistent. Comfort thing, been around about. Yeah, no, I know. There's definitely like my core has been here and stuff, and I know we've picked up a couple of new people through just like the collecting aspect of it all, but we've lost a fair few more. But I mean, look, that's my choice. It's gotten. I made my decision, and that's what I'm doing. But no, War Within, I feel like will be a really great fresh slate, because I'll be able to do current content and it's still collecting and it's, you know, all that kind of thing. So it'll be good, and I'm looking forward to returning to Mount Fun Monday. Eventually. I think it'll be at least a little while before we return, but it'll solidly be before the end of the year. My plans at the moment for I've got early access to War Within, so as of Friday we'll be going. We'll be doing the thing, we'll be doing all that current content stuff. I'm assuming, my plan is to do a solid 2.5 weeks of daily streams. So early access period plus 2 resets worth of like everyday streams. And then once we get to like that 3rd reset, let me just check my calendar real quick because I keep forgetting the actual plot. Okay, so early access starts Friday the 23rd. Launch proper is 27th. This is Australian dates. I'm aware that it's the 22nd and the 26th. I know that in Australia we're ahead of y'all, so we get different numbers. So Friday morning the 23rd is early access. Launch proper is early morning Tuesday the 27th. which takes us through to the 3rd of September and then through to the 10th of September, and that's Season 1 launch on the 11th. I'm pretty sure. I don't care what the dungeons are. Y'all, do me a favor, type into Google TWW Season 1. Tell me what pops up for you. Inflicting archaeology is such a pain. Oh, it's fucked. Metal Tank, well done, 7. Congratulations. Yeah, archaeology is 3 layers of RNG with a lot of stuff. It's just, it's not great. I think it's probably one of the reasons that they decided to drop that compared to some of the other stuff. It was good fun, I really enjoyed it, but trying to squeeze every last collectible out of it is a pain in the fucking ass. West Wing Season 1, cool, not just me then, good. Wow. There we go. Delivering cancer waiting to... Oh my god, Jack, what the fuck? Right, okay, yep, fair. Very fair. Just the West Wing Season 1, I'm like, excuse me, that's why I looked at the camera like, are you kidding me? Yeah, September 10th. Okay, so it'll be September 11th for us. I will probably... I don't know. Hey, Jas, are you present? Just specific 2-week waiting. Okay, got ya. Which, did you take the 11th off for Season 1, or did you take the 10th for leave? What did I'm assuming you took the 11th off. I just wanted to double check with you. 11th, yeah, okay, so that day will probably be not a 13-hour stream, but that'll be an extended stream for Season 1 start date. So Jas has the opportunity to take some leave around there, and so he told me he was going to take the day 1 of Season 1 off. Good for him. So that'll probably be a longer stream as well, but then after that it'll be back to regularly scheduled programming. The idea that I'm having in my head kind of at the moment is are we going downstairs to spend keys? I can do that. I've got only 4 of them, but that's all right. The idea that I'm sort of playing around with at the moment is Wednesday's reset day. It's gonna be the time where we kind of look, okay, what's the weekly quest? Let's go get that done. What are the weekly resets we're wanting to keep an eye on? Things like world bosses and all that kind of stuff. Maybe if we've got world bosses on multiple alts, trying to get transmog and stuff sorted. Kind of like we were doing with Emerald Dream. Just all those current content weekly doodads. And then if there's not enough to keep us going for the entire stream, we'll just kind of dip into some clearing out ATT and current zones and stuff like that. And then the Mondays I would love to have as Mount Farm Monday. Beyond that, I'm not 100% sure where I'll go. I think it'll depend on just how much we have available to us. And depending on what's the weekly event. Like if the weekly event is world quests, and maybe we clear the world map of world quests every stream for that week, just trying to get all that bonus rep going and stuff like that. Like I'm not 100% clear how we'll go, but yeah, we'll sort of play it by ear for the most part, but it'll all still be collection focused. I hope that makes sense. And then if we've got weekly things, like if it's Classic Ashran week, or if it, which it currently is, or if it's Comp Stomp week, stuff like that, then we'll do Dark Moon Fair, then we'll do a stream where we kind of go and knock out some of that limited time stuff. And obviously special events like Midsummer, Hallows End, that kind of stuff too. But that's sort of, I do want my content to still be quite I do want my content to still be quite collections focused, but I do want to also kind of act as a reminder like, hey guys, this thing is up. If you're wanting things from it, we should go do that sort of thing. And I'd love to do, like, if there's something that's community focused that can be done, I'd love to do that on a Sunday. It's like going and running LFR or whatever it happens to be. Yeah. Well done, Kat. Good job. You're upgrading your first character. Future people, that's it. We're future people. Cancel waiting times. Is one within next is West Wing. Yeah, mine was all just West Wing right the way through. I was like, what the fuck? Activity box set instead of WoW. A WW NHS 2-week waiting. Justice Future. 11 otherwise known as Jack can't decide on a main. We'll probably just default back to Pally again day. Oh no. Oh no. Delves, yes, absolutely. We'll definitely be doing a bucket load of delves. Delves are something that I will be doing every week. At least until I've got everything, you know? I do love that delves are going to be seasonal as well, though. That makes my heart so happy. Because it gives me a reason to be excited about a new season again. Because, like, I mean, okay, a new raid, cool. But mostly I was just like, ooh, new quests. You know, new storyline to explore. But delves having seasonal goodies as well, that's really exciting to me. So yeah, we'll definitely be doing some delves content. I'm also... There's a lot that's been playing on my mind while I haven't been able to do anything. Because I'm so sick and my body is just shit, right? But my brain is going a million miles a minute and sometimes it gets things really, really wrong. But I'm like, I want to overhaul the Discord, set up a bot to handle roles again so that people can give themselves like Mythic Plus roles or Delves roles or that kind of stuff so that we can start using a lot of those pings again, because at the moment there's no way for someone to give themselves the Warcraft folk role, so pinging it doesn't really give everyone the heads up, and using everyone in here is just annoying and shit. So yeah, I wanna, there's a lot of things I wanna do, but yeah. Should amount for Monday? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely, with a focus on current content mounts though as well. I know that I know that I should be focusing more on current content just for like the health and longevity of my channel and stuff like that as well. So, but I think that's a good thing. But it also means that I get up to date on current stuff. So if I manage to get all the current mounts, then we work backwards, you know. Profession Punday. Oh my god, could you imagine? From the war. Yeah, was that loot or cash? That was from a cache. That was from a cache that I got from a box. From the keys. Yeah. It's just so fun. They are, Seven. I'm really looking forward to it too. It's like a 2-week long party. It's so good. Are you INFP personality type? I'm not, Ryan. I'm not. Are you? Welcome on in, by the way. I hope you're doing well today. Everything has that new feeling that I had when you first... Yeah, it's that shiny new feeling, and there's so much to explore, and the numbers go up so quickly. You start at 0, and by the end of the day, you're at like 70%, and it feels so good, and it was like the starter remix. It was such a rare feeling. You only usually get that every 2 years, and so having that new stuff to do feeling, was so exciting. Use D&D alignment China. BTI has been debunked 1,000 times. For some years, we've rated people do these days. Yeah, not personally. Not at all. We use D&D alignment China. Delves are great. Already been doing +8 sustainably. Yeah, have it 80. Fantastic. Doesn't that just default to turf, not turf now? Yeah, look. A little bit. A little bit unfortunate. Wait for the war within. So maybe use your remix and get really afraid. And tips on monk now. That's in all 3 can drop for monk. Nice! 139 to go. Well done, you. That's so close. Good job. Yeah, I'm 112 now. I just got my 2nd drop for the day. 112. If anybody wants to add an instance to to shake things up a little bit, you can send the sticky bomb roulette exclamation sticky bomb in chat. You can roll any of the LFR sections or dungeon or scenario at random. By all means, send us on a wild goose chase if you would like to. Group people by what color house you were at school. The amount that makes me yellow. I had so many different houses that I was in school, like lordy. Because I think I was in like one house in like lower, like in primary school, and then they like redid the houses and everyone got reshuffled. And then I was in one in high school and then they redid the houses and I got shuffled again. Kind of like, it was a mess. I don't even remember what I was in. I don't even remember what I was in. There's less main characters across servers in the warband, but within era, feels like all the reasons keeping all Alliance squad together on server no longer apply. Mine aren't kept like that for that reason. Mine are kept separate for instance lockout purposes. I'm not sure if that's changing in War Within, but I have half my tombs on one server and half on the other because the 10 instances per hour lockout is per server, not per account. I don't know if that's changing in the War Within. I just like to keep them Horde and Alliance because if it was Horde and Alliance on both sides, it'd just be messy in my brain, and I didn't like that. So yeah. I have no idea if the instance lockout is changing, then I would need more information. But that is the reason I keep mine separate for instance lockout reasons only. 3. That's all the shields gone. Enough colors. I was in Keats Poets, but did they not assign each of the houses? Like the houses would have a name that wasn't a color, but did that house not have a color that they'd wear for sports carnivals and things? I mean, ours were named after, at one point they were named after explorers, like you know, English explorers, discoverers, those kind of people. And then when they did a reshuffle, we were named after indigenous Australian plants. And then, I don't remember what the primary school ones were. But even though we had those names, there was still a color associated, and it wasn't always like, wattle was yellow, for example, but the other ones weren't necessarily a red plant or a blue plant. It was just that we wore blue to identify that we were part of that house, kind of thing. Because writing a word across somebody's back is a little bit trickier than just putting them in a coloured shirt, hey? So did I moved a lot last time I was in was yellow. Fair. Yeah, I don't remember, unfortunately. We didn't use them for anything other than sport, and I did not sport. So, yeah. Into 8 different primary schools, although now I'm in green because it's not for local First Nations guy. I claim it every year. Beautiful. Love that. VTI has been criticised but not debunked. Not hating, but something we covered at uni. Def's not reliable, also partially valid. Issues lie with the fact the person taking the test relied on to input data rather than being measured empirically. Yeah. Yeah. Look, all of those kind of personality tests, you're not going to find a document that's going to tell you exactly who you are and why you are that way. You're just not. Like, however, it can be interesting to, you know, analyze why you may do things a certain way, potentially. But you definitely need, like, a licensed brain person to kind of do the shit. If you're just taking a test online, none of them are fucking accurate. not a one. Still fun to do. You've got a spare half hour for shits and gigs. So much about primary schools. At least one of which was too small to even have houses. We are the house. Did I remember 30 odd years ago here? Fair, fair. Those were named after areas like suburbs and stuff. Yep, fair. I remember schoolhouses was supposed to be random, but oddly enough, all the really athletic people always end up in the same house. Absolutely demolished everyone's students supposed to stay. One house cut every year, whatever by the other houses and bother with the intellectual competitions. Yeah. Yeah, we were absolutely randomized. To the point when if it we had separate things for and we also had like the school was large enough that you do qualifiers and stuff like that for inter-school shit, right? You'd go to regional and then state and all that kind of stuff, the competitions. But when it was purely in school only, you only had 1 or 2 representatives from each house in each sport, in each kind of, so like if it was a swimming thing and we went to an 8-lane pool, 2 were from red house, 2 were from yellow, 2 were from blue, and 2 were from green. So even if you had all the sporty people in blue, doesn't matter, only the best 2 get to fight. Everyone else has to like, they would have, like, that wouldn't be the qualifier for the state and regional stuff though, so they'd still have a chance to go on and do their extracurricular shit. But if it was for inter-school stuff only, we also didn't have house cups or anything though. It was just, like, yeah, teams. You had team captains and all that kind of stuff, and they were supposed to get us all hyped up about our team competitors, and we're just like, we don't know who they are. Yay, go them. It was an excuse for us to draw all over each other with coloured zinc sticks. And the red zinc sticks were never red, they were always pink, so if you was brought red lipstick to school, and then we realised you can burn through lipstick. So yeah. Good fun. And then the poor kids who would have, like, go blue team burnt into their skin for the next month and a half as it kind of went through tan and then finally faded because they had go blue team written down their arm and no fucking sunscreen on. Ah, shit. So good. So good. Mine was cold water, it was yellow. Hold on a minute, what school did you go to? I'm not doxing myself. I would imagine that many, many, many primary schools, or even high schools as well, probably. Australia, we used a lot of Indigenous stuff, and it would have been, you know, native Australian plants, and they would have tried to find a blue one and all that kind of stuff. Probably green was probably eucalyptus in like 98% of schools. You know, it's, yeah. I don't think it's particularly special. So you've yeah, toxic to koalas, trying to causing uncontrolled bushfires. Checks out. Said burrito now is falling at the butt. Oh my god, that was so sad. We got burritos. I think we ordered in burritos while I was playing 2 Point, and I was running out of burrito and it made me sad. But it, you know how it falls apart when you don't have much of the tortilla left? Yeah. Are we going downstairs? I've only got 1 key. I'm gonna stay upstairs. My house has no native trees. Yeah. Oh, cool. That's funky. Assembly groups and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, we did have like random bits and pieces like that too, for sure. I don't really remember much of it, but it was, yeah, I don't remember what house I was in. Who am I? Why am I like that? House is entirely what area of football pitch you went to during fire drills. Yeah, we organized by like class. like as in like each, you know, like 8A, 8B, 8C, and 8D kind of thing. And everyone had like an assigned buddy in the class so that we could say, hey, my buddy's missing. I was never forced to do all events, it sucked. Can't swim, had to swim. Yeah, see, our house captains were elected. Like they weren't just picked by the teachers or whatever, they were elected by the year 12, because they were always year 12s and they were a year 12 class. And you had to kind of be okay with it, and so you'd get like nominated. It was always the sporty kids who'd kind of put themselves up for election sort of thing, so it wasn't a problem. Had to swim. Take my swim score enough to get into the reserves for inter-school events. Never enough to play swim. The day after go to the event, you'd have to swim. Yeah, we'd just not go on cross-country day. Like, what are they gonna do? Drag me out to the track 3 days later when I actually go to school? And no, it's not gonna happen. New weapons, I'm getting keys. Yeah, I got 3 of them, so I'm pretty happy with that. When you guys around, sounds like a plan. Cover allowing house transfers, number of shortages, people moving away, etc. Strangely, no one ever transferred out of the athletic house. People who were not that athletic when they started school. There's always people who transferred into that house. Total garbage, nepotism. You know, we didn't have transfers or anything like that. Like if you had a year 12 class where 80% of the year 12s who stuck around were in greenhouse, then you just didn't have any year 7s that were put into greenhouse that year. Oh well. Oh well. Like that's how they balanced it. They just took in the incoming class and disseminated them where they needed to be. But oh well. Never really leave school, do we? Just going up now with all the planes being grounded, people getting stranded at various airports. Well, that sucks. Has we grouped alphabetically, most probably were. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. So I was captain in my last year, wasn't particularly sporty. Looking back, I still wonder why I was selected. Because people liked you. All the numbers in each house, year 6 at kindy, and yeah, who are assigned to sibling house first, top up lower houses and spread evenly. Excuse me, that makes, like, to me that sounds like the most sense to do. It doesn't, like, really matter, as long as there's no actual benefits to any of it. As long as the only benefit is bragging rights because they won a house cup or whatever. No biggie. That's 4. That's 4. Am I actually gonna get Veil done? What the fuck? What the fuck? And down to 108. So one of them is counted for more than one, clearly. Yeah, that was a Crasserang and Veil, so that one counted for 2. 108 to go. Actually... No, okay, these are all Veil exclusive, so I've had a couple of doubles drop. Okay, so if I get all of these, I'll be sitting at 102. If anyone wants to send us instance hunting, you're very welcome to do so. The price for the roulette is still quite low because the event is still going on. So it is as low as it can go. I trust later. Sounds good, Mike. We'll see you then. There's the light you didn't hit Twitch bat on it. Yeah. I mean, me too. And I got a text message earlier that one of my contracts has been paid, so clearly my personal bank isn't affected either, which is nice. Or at least that aspect of my bank isn't affected. Here's just my lives on Friday. Yeah, Di mentioned it earlier. Well, the one, yeah, they do back. Unfortunately, all 6 of these are now Veil exclusives, but that's okay. That's okay. We like them just the same. I heard as many noises as you in here be changing tunes. I only need 4 in here. Oh my god, that's so exciting. Maybe that's why it's taking longer though. You know my last one will take like 8 hours to get. It's always the way. Okay, I've got 5 keys, so I'm gonna head. Actually, no, maybe I'll wait till I've got 10. There's enough stuff up here that I can keep killing. You hungry, Fia? Probably. I probably should eat. Food is, I've heard food is a good thing. You guys are getting paid? I'm getting paid. Unfortunately not quite often enough, but that's, hey, I'll take what I can get. I'm very grateful for what I can get. Can you remind me when we actually get access to X-Pack? It's the 19th of May, 23rd. Friday the 23rd of August is the morning. So it's just here. Comp Stomp week, because of fucking course it is. As of a cold, a lot of others weren't. That was nice. Oh, good. Pricing wasn't affected, which was helpful. Nice. This is a massive issue. Microsoft really should benefit from localizing server infrastructure. Reliance on big clouds is fine until it's not. Yeah, absolutely. Having a backup is always a really good thing. Because I mean, like, cloud was always the backup. And now we've kind of shifted to cloud being the only thing, and then people are like, oh, well, if it's on the cloud, we can just get rid of our local stuff. But no, you should always have a backup. Always have a backup, especially if it's, like, important systems. What? Use a Mogu statue's crushing slam to kill another opponent. Judy, good job. That's funny. The games were fine. To get technical, the issue isn't Microsoft, it's CloudStrike updates on devices running Microsoft. I waited till 10 keys, managed to have 10 to your 1, yeah. I bring my worries, not strong enough to solo in here, yeah, that's fair. I mean, as long as you kind of stuck close to me, you'd probably be fine if you wanted to switch to your warrior. Because, I am. Of course, it's up to you, though. You gotta bring what you need to use. It can definitely be more beneficial to sort of spread out and kill different shit. Definitely seems to make the respawns go a little faster. Just reliance on big clouds, absolutely. Super proud of all. Don't push anything to prod on a Friday. It was overnight on a Thursday though, wasn't it? Technically, if you're talking about the US. Like, in the US, it's currently some variety of close to midnight, 1 in the morning on a Friday. So they've got the entirety of Friday to kind of, you know, like... I'm just assuming most shit these days is US based. Just a cloud jumper about back. It's worth our mainframes are fine. Perhaps we should be selling them to people. Is it just CloudStrike? The US airports are shutting down now too. Yeah, but if they're relying on that for anything, Kenzie, because of how many different, like, layers of checks airports have to go through, if even one of those checks is reliant on something that uses CloudStrike, they can't do the rest of them, plane can't fly. Like, it's that simple. If you have to do 12 checks and one of them doesn't function, plane's grounded. Air travel is incredibly strict around that shit. 108 hours till pre-patch, Jesus fuck. 108 hours till Arsenals? I'm joking. I'm not expecting, like, if they fucking drop, if there are Arsenals, I'm going to lose my shit. I'm gonna lose enough shit for all of us. The 4 wins weapon gotten. Yas back! Well done. This is an absolute nightmare fuel. Uni Super Australian pension fund manages 135 billion worth of funds, 650,000 members, and starter. Is to make 2 frustration to have to make 15. Yeah. Yep, someone learned a very painful lesson that day. That's like entire department gets fired level of shit. CEO steps down, kind of. You can never have too many backups. Like you can't, especially when you're dealing with that kind of, that you can never have too many backups. I mean, for stuff on our level, like you and me personally, for our personal shit, sure, you don't need 27 million backups on a different, like hosted on 27 different providers. We don't need that. But when you're dealing with companies and at that level, you absolutely, you need as many as you can fucking get. and a lot of them won't because, oh, you know, cost effectiveness, blah, 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 blah. No. So I think killed 3 mayor at work, yeah. System process thousands. Test specials most of There is also, of course, the thing where you can test something a million times in a test environment, but the moment it goes live, something could happen that never close to could have occurred in blah blah blah. So the way I know that WoW stuff is different. I'm aware of this, but there is always that 1 in a fucking billion chance that something that can't go wrong in a test environment goes wrong on live. It's just really shitty when it involves this many things on this kind of a level and all that kind of shit. The ability to hit a button and wind it back immediately should be built in. Like, just in case, like, even if you test things for months, having the ability to go back on a dime is super useful. I should not have gone that high. Oops. Now these are ones. Sounds good, matey. Welcome back. None of these are ones either. None of them are shields either. I'm feeling reasonable. So that I'd finish work with over start affecting F-bows. Hello, Seeker. I hope you're having a good day. Smart Cookie at EMC Brain System Server Backups elsewhere is an absolute hero, yes. And that's the issue, right? When you got frontliners saying we need a physical backup elsewhere, but that will cost blah 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 in man hours and this many dollars and blah blah blah, and you have no say. You can't approve it yourself. You need the higher ups to do it, to sign off on it, and they just won't, and you can't do anything to, like, as long as it's documented. That's the big thing. If you are a frontliner and you know something's required and the higher ups won't do it, put it in writing several times. Email that shit to yourself externally. Print out those emails. Like, keep backups of those records so that when they try to come down on you as you are in the position who should have made these backups and you didn't. I told you I wanted to and you said no. Cover your ass. Cover your ass. Always. Because they are not going to give a shit about you. They will look for somebody actively to throw under the bus. Cover yourself, first and foremost. Woo weekend. Hello, Sorcerer. Welcome back. I hope you're doing well. Ability to restore previous images within minutes. Good. That's wonderful to hear. Absolutely wonderful to hear. So NPC, when what expansion came out, just stopped working. How many players were using it? Spyglass. And it wasn't a matter of how many people were using it, I don't think. I mean, at least when I got there, I was only one of three. One of three people standing there who couldn't interact. I mean, obviously that's on my server and all that kind of stuff. But I then kind of walked away and grabbed a drink, came back, and there were like 10 people standing there. I'm like, right, okay, well, this is clearly not working. Let's run a dungeon while we wait and just kind of see if it gets unstuck or whatever. So we run a dungeon. We drop out of the dungeon and there's like hundreds of people stacked on this spyglass. I'm like, ah, shit. And so we just ran dungeons the same because, you know, because of how dungeons are tiered, you only got access to a new dungeon every couple of levels or whatever. So, right the way through were Bloodmore fucking slag mines. I am a rock slide that dungeon just makes me uncomfortable. I'm fine with it, but like it's just the memories. And so we ran it, and we finally, the whole group had dinged. And we were all, fuck, what level was it? What, 90? 80. 90? 80. Wait, shit. No. No, because it was 85. 70, 80, 85, 90, 100. 100? Is that what? I can't fucking read. Yes. So it was 100. So we got to 91 or whatever it was. Look, brains. We got to like 91 and we're like, hey! Bloodmore slag mines. Like, no! We're waiting for the new dungeon to be added to our random rotation. No. It was torture. I think at that point I just kind of threw my hands up in the air and was like, nah, can't do it. Everything important needs an fuck button. Exactly. I agree. Not everything gets one, but everything should have one. I got a wand earlier. Nice. Also speed to spread just shouts. Auto update. Being enabled, which don't do for mission critical. No. I have very, very few things on my PC that auto update. Very few. For that exact reason. I've got 7 keys still. Because the last thing I need is to press go to go live for a stream and have something just break. I mean, it does anyway. But if there's an update I know about, then that means I know I need to test run something. Let's work for a company like that, yeah. Yeah. Wear your pants. Yes, wear your pants. Or whatever other lower half covering clothing you prefer. I saw green and I'm like, what are you? It was a helm. Oh well. Team no pants. So I'm going 4 today. I'm grinding in Valley of the Four Winds because it's where like a lot of weapons are missing. But if anyone wants to randomly throw an instance into the machine, you can do so by typing exclamation sticky bomb. We have a roulette up, so the roulette will add a random one of the LFR categories, a dungeon or a scenario. There is a small try again wedge, but you have more of a chance of landing on an instance than you do of landing on a try again. And there's also a chance in there that you'll get bonus points, and points can be used to unlock free stickers for Sticky Bomb. And there's also a chance that I can win $100 US. So roulette's good all round. It's insane how companies you expect to be 100%. It's just people that kind of wing it. Yeah. Yep. The problem is a lot of the companies get big like that to begin with because the owners will just like take random risks and like give things a crack and it happens to be wildly successful and so it goes well and stuff. But once you get to that size, you got to stop taking risks. Once you've got to that point where that many people are relying on you, it's too dangerous. This content downloaded. Yes! Me too. I'm so excited. So keen. Yeah, WoW is one of the things I have set to auto update. That's one of the few things that I do have to auto update. Also in my list of to-do things on a Monday is when I go through and check all of my programs that have regular updates to go through and update them. Drivers and all that shit. MOP was 90. Yeah, I thought so. That's why I was counting along, because I knew where we started. It's hard to remember. There's been so many things, eh? It was 85. Yes, I know. Veil of Eternal Blossoms. Veil of Eternal Weapon Farm? Yeah, literally. Literally. Got the truth. Of course, I picked up the shield I already have. Yay! That was sarcasm. Sorry, that didn't sound very sarcastic. I have needles, that is all. Yay, Seeker! Okay, we have to book a time to start then. You'll have to let me know when you have time. Mum is currently away, but she's practically free every night. She's got her iPad with her, and they've got like a little internet dongle thing, so she can. Yay! Peekaboo. So she's happy to kind of jump on a video call with us whenever from wherever she happens to be. She's out caravanning with some buddies. And we can't wait till she gets back because she's gone for like a month. So it's Just 2 weeks. Have to see when I have time. Of course, yeah, absolutely. Well, you know me. You know me. It's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, or potentially like earlier on a day as well. Do you want to? Yeah. Yeah. Just no time. Absolutely. You got this. You're a badass boss bitch, and we believe in you. Super Miyama. Yeah, it's a bit that way. Oh, I have 10 keys. All right, this time I'll go down and do a cache clear. Stuff they already had. Yep, that's the way. That's the way. Congrats on the stuff that you already had. Well, it's not armor. It's a start. It's a step in the right direction. I don't already know. Hey nerd, welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Oh, the fuck? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, sure. We can reach her from the bottom, hopefully. Loot, hitbox is big enough. Oh, it's like that, huh? Fine for hours for weapon. Getting it afterwards drops again and again and again. Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's like, oh, you liked this. Okay, good. Let's have more. We're going for you very well. 4 new weapons so far today, so we're definitely making progress. Hoping we'll get a few more as well. My current thing is 4 a day. So I've got my daily target, but I'd like to get more than my daily target. See if we can't get that daily down to 3 a day. S sighting. Nope, I'm running out of keys. Okay, that's fine. Arg. No, okay, loot tables. No, the hitbox isn't big enough to loot from down there. The dragon doesn't have anything on it usually though, so that's fine. Expansion out yet? Nope. August. That was a unique to remix appearance as well, because Trove Tally went off too. Occasionally, if your boobs a little nosy falls over. That's why you got me here, right? For muscles. I'm strong warrior or something. Which is next week, launch at end of August. Yes, we're getting close, but not quite there yet. This game just got downloaded mid level 1. Oh, amazing, nerd! Enjoy. Is that who is this? Is this you? No, I don't know who that is. I can't invite them either because they're cross faction. Weapon! We're at 5 now. More to go this stream, I know, right? We're gonna get there. We're gonna, like... I'm hoping to see double digits today. I think that would be just very cool. Very, very cool. That would mean that we'd need to clear Veil and potentially get some things from instances or clear other zones as well though, so we'll see. We'll see. Oh, it's a dagger. Right, okay, that's fine. Then for the day I'm officially ahead. Yes, meaty! I'm so excited for you. That's wonderful news. Free patch content. 1.3 gig download it's a chunky download. I leave my PC on overnight and I've got those updates set to auto download, so mine just does it while I'm sleeping, which is nice. I know not everybody has the ability to do that, of course. I'm thankful I do though. Actually work out how many I need per day. Lamau, what, you haven't already? Gee buzz. Use the spreadsheet, Junie. So easy. Even instructions on how to use the spreadsheet. Looks pretty I thought the animations are solid. They are, yeah. I mean, this is wielding 2 polearms. So it's dual wielding polearms. And the polearms are the ones from the Gold Sync vendor, which are going away next month. So keep in mind that the Gold Sync vendor in Dragonflight is going away in August. So if you're wanting to drop I believe everything on the vendor all up costs 2.1 million. The mount is 1.2. And everything else adds up to 900k, I think. No, or the weapons add up to 2.1 and I made a TikTok about it yonks ago, months and months and months ago, although I'm not sure if I've still got it pinned to my profile. But it's there. But yeah, it's a golden polearm. It's like 800. It was an exorbitant amount of gold just by itself. I think all the transmogs were 2.1 and the mount was 1.2 because I'm pretty sure the polearm was 800k by itself. I'm pretty sure. There's definitely some sort of limiting going on from Blizzard's side. Little patch before that was normal 20. Got my bandwidth limited to. Yeah, I don't have my bandwidth limited at all, and it's been fine. I don't know, like, people have been talking about having the pre-patch downloaded over the last few days. So if there was some limiting in effect, I can't imagine it's still happening this many days later. But, yeah, I don't know. Right, God sinks for now. Fair enough. I love how they look like the, like, metal wings almost. Very cool. It's called Fuyama Sheets. Yep, that's it. 15 cash has got exactly nothing useful. Yeah, I opened my 10 before and I was like, oh, okay. But then got one immediately for my first kill afterwards, so... This is one where you spend like a month doing, make 100 million. I just don't want to say because people will do it. What? Information, you don't get a job. What kind of gatekeeping bullshit is that, Seven? Why even talk about it if you don't want to share the fact that it exists? It'll pre-release downloads by default. It does if it's doing it in the background, Jello. But if you don't have any games running, I'm pretty sure it just kind of goes. But I'm almost certain you can turn that off anyway. But maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I'm not sure. I've never experienced anything with mine. Even when they have, like, most of mine do download overnight, but I've not experienced anything when I've been watching it personally. That doesn't mean it doesn't happen, of course. It's just my experience, and I'm one of millions at this point. Let's see if anyone else knew. 2 different download speeds, one for current, one for pre. Oh, are there? Okay. Dick thing to say. Yeah, it is a dick thing to say, Seven, because you're basically saying, like, hey, guess what? There's this way you can make a ton of gold in case you're one of those people who, you know, needs to pay for WoW using tokens because you can't afford to in your budget because the cost of living crisis is currently happening. Oh, but I'm not going to tell you. Like, there's just... Why? It's hosting, lol, don't do it anymore. What is hosting? Set my setting, purely limited to one. Ah! Womble, oh no! Look, at least you checked. That's fantastic. That's kind of funny. Well done. I'm so glad you found the issue. I'm so glad you found it. Hosting gambling. Oh, you mean that thing that's against TOS? Right, okay, cool, yeah. Don't do that. Don't break TOS, folks. Not worth it. Gets on the weapon, Genie! Only RMT gets you banned. No, there's a lot of different things that'll get you banned, Seven. And hosting gambling games in, like, hosting gambling inside WoW is absolutely a bannable offense. The thing is that there's no way to really monitor for it, so if you get reported and Blizzard investigate, then you can get banned, 100%. There are lots and lots and lots of different things that can get you banned from the game, not just real money trading, which of course don't do that either, fuck. But yeah, definitely recommend folks not break TOS. Doesn't matter how long you did it for, Seven. If it's against TOS now, that's what matters. So the agent org, yeah, it's Blue Post assured you can't get banned for it. Sure. Yes, so don't worry, it's in our terms of service, it's in our end user license agreement. But don't worry, you can't get banned for it. You can't advertise as all. No, you can't do it publicly. You can't do it publicly. If you're going to do it within a guild or something like that, then that's like within guild communication. But if you're doing it in, like, if people are finding your game somehow and joining it, it's against TOS 7. So there's a whole mog and uses toys and a name to advertise, yeah. That's it. It's not worth the risk. Don't do it. The post won't save you, they will say it's old, correct? They can definitely say that was an old post and that's no longer our current position. It doesn't matter what defense you want to use or how long you've been doing it or any of that kind of stuff. If it is currently in the end user license agreement saying you are not able to run gambling inside a video game and you do it, you can get reported and banned for it. And it's up to Blizzard to determine how long they want to ban you for. If you want to risk it, by all means, go ahead, but we do not condone the breaking of TOS or EULA here. Don't do it. Lupo say you can't get banned and Blizzard never done a 180 before, so it's all good. I'm gonna be a dick and say it and don't do it anymore, just thought I'd share it instead of not saying what it was, made all that off of, should have kept quiet, sorry, yeah. Don't break TOS, guys. Don't break TOS, just don't do it. It's absolutely not worth it. Absolutely not worth it. Doesn't need my support gaming is absolutely against TOS, yes, absolutely. It is good to hear that that I didn't hallucinate it though, Jello, so thank you. Appreciate it. It's the fastest way you can make in-game money for a WoW token. It depends really on your skill level and stuff like that. I'd say probably like the fastest way at the moment is to sell carries. To like, you know, bring people into your group with a bunch of people and they'll pay a couple of million to get a mythic kill or whatever it happens to be. Or selling key carries and stuff like that, but obviously not everybody has the skill level to do that. Because, I mean, it takes quite a skill to be able to four-man high-level mythics to then be able to sell them to someone who's not only dead weight, but potentially even dragging you down, kind of, you know? So not everyone has the skill for those kind of carries, but beyond that, there are lots of ways to make gold in WoW. It really does depend on what you're good at. And what you've got the time to do and stuff like that. People do a lot with professions, people do a lot of like gathering and just selling the raw mats. Like I honestly, I'm not even up to date on what people flip things, like they buy something that's popped up for relatively cheap on the auction house and then sell it for millions and all that kind of shit. So like flipping, buy low, sell high. But all of that stuff requires specific knowledge, it requires potentially time, and it requires you have a skill, like you be good at either knowing your gathering routes and having the speed behind you or having multiple accounts so you can, like, you know, zoom around with a handful of flying druids or whatever it happens to be. Like, there's lots and lots of different ways to make gold, and the fastest is going to depend very heavily on you, your skill set, your seed gold, how much you have to begin with, and how much time you have to invest in not only making the gold, but learning the strategies around your chosen method. Yeah, what I do recommend is checking out there's a, Samadam does a blog post essentially for Wowhead every week called the Weekly Economy Wrap-Up. So every week there's been hundreds of editions that have come out, but Sam will write do a write-up on what people have been talking about this week in the economy and all that, around the economy and how to make gold and that kind of thing. So it's a good idea to kind of keep a finger on the pulse there. There's a subreddit if you're a Reddit person. There's also a Discord if you're a Discord person, built around, like, so there's a WoW Economy subreddit, and then there's a Discord that's like WoW Economy /TSM, Trade Skill Master, the add-on. And people in there are basically, they're goblins, they make gold. That's what they do in WoW. And that will probably be a better place to ask those kind of questions. But be aware, a lot of them are just like, if you just front up ask, what's the fastest way to make gold? It's like, well, that's not enough information. They'll probably just direct you to an FAQ post. Because again, gold making is incredibly specific. It is such a broad category now that it is really, really specific about what you can and are willing to do. Thank you very much for dropping the thingamajig. Are you sure it's Samadan, or is it Samadan plays WoW is the other problem? I don't actually remember. Oh no. It looks like it is. Yeah, okay, cool. Thank you! Because I know the username on Wowhead is Samadan plays WoW. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, so yeah, gold making is a very, very big question. I know that's not the answer you were looking for. You wanted me to just tell you how to go and do a thing, but that, you simply can't do that. It's too big a question. Swimming and trucking on AH, or power leveling and charging people. My account since middle of WoW, too much to lose from being banned, fucking oath, eh? 100%. There's the right end of the expansion of farm materials for flipping, absolutely. Really looking forward to playing an NPC crafted game, planning on setting up my little shop and storefront when I'm in town. That's so cute. I love it. Excuse me, add a bit of colour to the world. I can't wait to see it. I have to swing by and say hi. Get you to make all of my leather transmog. Zim is good too. Some 6 strings you can make sniping too. Solid advice? I reckon so. I reckon. For Twitch checked. Sorry, Zam. I should have assumed. To be fair, I didn't see who had done the shout out. I only saw the shout out and then said it before I saw that it was you who had done the shout out. So, like, look. I appreciate you. Oh, man. Yeah, gold's a really tricky topic though, hey? I'm personally hoping for a new, like, low risk, low reward thing, like the cards. From the garrison. I haven't had the time to do that in a while, but garrisons are how I made most of my gold. It's not nearly as profitable as it used to be. They've nerfed quite a few aspects of it, but overall I do still have stacks of inscription alts to make cards. Maybe like, try chat banner, who's my particularly gross hat. I've got 7 keys. Almost time to go downstairs again, I think. If anyone would like to send us through to an instance, feel free to spin the sticky bomb roulette. I'm just not getting anything dropping now. Like, I'm getting a couple keys, I'm getting threads, I'm getting bronze, but I'm not getting any greens. Last green I got. Oh, it was more than 10 minutes ago because it's off the end of the chat log. That's unfortunate. More than 10 minutes since I've got even a piece of armor. I don't like it. Okay, fingers crossed for you. Good luck, have fun. Best gold is in predicting the market. That is a massive time investment though, yeah. Absolutely. And it doesn't always work either. Especially when Blizzard changes things like as they go live. Like something on the PTR has got these stats, and then when it goes live it turns out the stats are like half that. So all the prep people put in, all of a sudden it's kind of worth less sort of thing. Yeah, it can be tricky. It can be tricky. Usually always good for the first half and I expect cooking too. Yeah. Providing raiding mats is usually fairly consistent. It's not huge, like it's not a fast way to make a bucket load of cash. But it's definitely consistent and worth like putting the time into. Individual craft, I don't know viability profit wise of it. So I'm a JC. I haven't actively made gold with it since like, oh fuck, maybe even Kata. I used to use the shuffle spreadsheets. Oh, thank you. I used to like download the back when it was not a Google Sheet, when it was an actual fucking Excel file, and you'd thank you, and you'd see the. Sorry.
There is the option of an extra sauce.
No, I'm alright, thank you, and I'm good for sauce. Thank you anyway.
Good for sauce?
I know. Just humor me. Humor me. Yeah, so yes. So you'd grab the ore price from your server and plug it in, and then you put in the price of all the different raw gems and stuff like that. Like it wouldn't be able to pull it from the you wouldn't be able to pull it from the server, but you'd plug everything in manually, and then it'd tell you like what to cut and stuff like yeah. It was good fun. But that was back when you'd have like however many sockets on your gear and stuff like that. These days it's a little bit less reliable, but the gems are more expensive individually. So yeah, it just, like anything, it takes time and you gotta learn. Commodities, now that they're region wide, are a little bit more reliable, that the price doesn't swing too wildly anymore because it's not just like what's available on your server. But there's still things like timing it. So if you're selling pots and flasks and food, you want to post them like 5 minutes before a lot of raid teams start raiding. And then, so that you're the last in, so you're the first out. And then with jewel crafting and stuff, sure, there's people who will port out to buy stuff, but the vast majority of raiders will just kind of buy the gems at the end of the raid, or they'll have them already in their bags, and then they'll just buy the gems off the AH after the raid to replace what they socketed, kind of thing. Like, it's knowing all of those kind of little things is important. and behaviors and stuff. And it, like, again, back when it was server specific, if you're on an Aussie server, you know most guilds are going to start rating at 8. So you could kind of plan for that. But now that guilds have gotten more casual, there's not the consistent 4 nights a week for most guilds anymore. Plus, it's, again, it's region-wide, so there's guilds starting rating at all sorts of random hours. It's a bit, yeah, it's a bit all over the place. It's not quite as cut and dry as it used to be. Still fun to kind of figure out though. If you've got that kind of mind and figuring out those puzzles is fun to you, then it's definitely a good thing to do. This one that is not fair, that is a body snatcher. Fishing to provide raid master out cooking. Yep, that's it. Fishing's a really good one. And fishing is just chill and nice to do as well. Especially while you're waiting for like rares to spawn for collectibles and stuff. But no, dual crafting is very viable profit-wise. You've just got to know shit, which, like any profession, you have to know what's going to be profitable. Or you have to be the first on the server to really get all of those patterns unlocked so people learn to come to you for crafting orders and stuff. Or you got to be there all the bloody time, hammering your message in trade chat and stuff. Yeah. Buying up consumables, the dead parts of season 1 and 3 is a really safe investment. Perfect. There you go. Should remember hearing all about that. Yeah. No idea how Jess doesn't immediately eat his work clothes when he gets home. He's got shit to do. He's got shit to do. I think it's also, there's a part of it where, like, the type of work he does, he gets really grimy and sweaty and all that kind of stuff. So if he's going to take his work clothes off, he needs to shower before he puts on other clothes. And sometimes there are a few things he wants to just get done before he takes the time to have a shower and stuff. Yeah, look, I mean, it's his choice, right? He does what he do. JC and Taylor have seen many ways. Gems and bags, yeah, I'm JC enchanting. I have been since Wrath. Yeah, I was enchanting tailoring, and then switched tailoring to JC. Hit me in my fear suit. Just prefer to make X based on recent AHLs. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how accurate that is. I've never used it personally. I've only used the gold making in Zygor for like the roots for farming stuff. Like if I need a certain type of ore for a transmog that I'm making, I'll fire up the gold making guide for it because it's got a solid route, like, or a solid route. So like I've never actually used the gold side of it before, but I mean, I can't imagine that it's too far off anyway, because they all pull from the same, not the same database, but they all pull from the same kind of API stuff, so yeah. It's fun, hey? Also to make money with crafting. Craft sim is basically a requirement. Interesting, okay, cool. Why did I type R? Good question. It's a very good question. I honestly just need a mega-sized Aussie NZ guild, to be honest. I don't know. There are a couple that are decently sized, but I don't know. Every guild has its own culture and its own vibe and all that kind of. Ooh. Tot LFR. Raid Finder. We're doing Tot. My halls of flesh shaping ones seem to pop more often, so I'm gonna do that. So here we go. They're warm. There you go. That works too. Hey, professions of MDF was cool, but man, once you're behind, you stay way behind, get more behind, you miss out. Way too hard to catch up. Yeah, I understand what they were trying to do with the professions, but I don't think it was. I don't think it worked the way that they intended for it to do. And I mean, that's the deal with a lot of new things. If you don't have a chance to like play it out on a large scale, how are you possibly going to know how it's going to work on a large scale and over a long amount of time, right? So, yeah, I think I think it just didn't quite work the way they wanted it to. And that's understandable. But look, hopefully they've learned. They are making some changes to professions with War Within. And I'm assuming that those changes are coming from learnings that they've had through Dragonflight and watching how players are engaging with professions and stuff. So fingers crossed it gets closer to what they intended for it to do, you know? Only one way to find out though, and that's to play it and find out. I'm getting changed now. I'm not going to go home at 6:30, yeah. Change my almost immediately. It's because they're uncomfortable and restricting. Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit different, hey? Definitely a different vibe. I don't have that kind of work clothes anymore. I'm just too wide. So for a friend, Canberra hit -4 this morning. So I don't want the city up yet. Today I've done zones or queued for tot LFRs. My biggest number, gotcha. Yeah, tot LFR is my biggest number as well. Out of the LFRs. Sure, they're a lot better this time around. I think harder for people to get far ahead early on. Yeah, I think so. Only time will tell, but I'm feeling good about it. I've got 3 more. Okay, good. None. Nothing. Plenty of weapons and shields, but no new things. That's okay. Hey Clocks, welcome on in. I hope the next expansion doesn't have me resub for 4 weeks, then give up again. What's the general feeling around the next chapter in WoW? I think that's really hard to put a finger on. I think a lot of people are very excited, particularly about the return of Chris Metzen coming back to the company and to the franchise and all that kind of stuff. I think people are excited because they've announced a trilogy and they've never done that before. There are a lot of people in my kind of area of the community, I'm a collector, that are very excited about the prospect of warbands and what that's going to change for us as collectors moving forward and even looking backward as well. But I think I've seen a lot of positivity. I haven't seen too much negativity personally, but that might also be because those areas of the community aren't really areas that I tend to associate with anyway. They do different things in the game, and so I don't tend to have much exposure to them. But I'm sure there's probably some negativity out there somewhere. It's impossible for there not to be. So yeah, I don't know, from my corner of the community, very, very excited. Very, big time, super hype. But that's, of course, not representative of the overall, general feeling. I couldn't tell you what that would be. Sorry. I hope you're doing well, though, Clocks. And I hope you're looking forward to it, even if you are feeling a little, jaded about it. I've never seen people come back to the game after a long time. 10+2 sometimes it's really encouraging. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Is there experience with Dragonfly? I feel like that's not typical. On the game, if it can't get any worse, so I'm hopeful. Of course, of course. I did see a lot of people, very excited for Dragonflight and then very kind of not anymore, very quickly with Dragonflight. And I think there's I've seen a few conversations about that particular thing, like people getting super hype and then just kind of being like, because Dragonflight didn't really have a big bad story. There wasn't much, like, I mean, we tied it back to the dragons story of Azeroth and how they came to be, but that the dragons was, like, there has always been dragons featured during other stories in Warcraft, but they've never really been, like, a really super big feature, except for, you know, like, Cataclysm, but that wasn't about the dragons, it was about Deathwing, and about how it broke us and our home, and that Dragonflight was kind of, a lot of people have called, I've seen it called a palate cleanser by a lot of people. We've had a lot of, like, you know, this big huge bad that we've had to save the world, and we have 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 to save the world, and now we've got dragons. So it was a bit more kind of just a calm before the storm, a bit. It was like, you know, Shadowlands wrapped up a big story arc that's been going on for a really long time. A couple of big story arcs that have been going on for a really long time, and then Dragonflight was a real kind of reconnection to, like, the roots outside of the war side of things, the faction thingamajig. It came back to, like, the fact that this is a fantasy world, and that the world is in trouble, but the world's denizens are also in trouble, and it's starting to sort of, Dragonflight was more of a stage setter than much else. There wasn't, like, obviously we've ended up with this primalist, you know, there's a primal dragon, and we're like, okay, well, clearly he's doing something that we probably should be worried about, stuff like that. But there wasn't really a consistent bad guy. There wasn't the consistency was, let's help our friends and let's bring them all back together and help them regain their strength. The battle was to regain strength. The battle wasn't against a big bad guy. And so it's kind of, it's felt a bit calmer than previous expansions and storylines, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but when you have, why do I keep blinking and then falling from approximately 1 yard up? Physics. So, yeah. I've very much enjoyed Dragonflight, but I've enjoyed the majesty of it. I've enjoyed the collecting of it. I've enjoyed, like, the majesty of, you know, we're helping these massive dragons and we're learning more about their background, and it's all that sort of, it's not the crash boom fighting side of things, whereas it seems like a lot of people, a lot of vocal people in WoW prefer crash boom fighting, which is fine, nothing wrong with that, but that hasn't been what this expansion is. So I do have a concern if that is the case, if it's about Dragonflight as a palate cleanser, Dragonflight as a stage setter, Dragonflight as not a crash boom fight. I don't think the War Within is going to, it's going to be a little better, but it's not going to be the big epic clash that people are maybe expecting. But I think Blizzard have also kind of set us up for that expectation by saying this is the first of a trilogy of expansions. We are not going to finish the story in one X-Pack. We're going to finish some stories. We are going to see some stories play out, but we're not going to see the story play out. And I do have a concern that folks will get impatient and say, but I want it now. And when in actual reality, it's going to be like, we're going to have a bit of a fight, and then it's going to be like, oh shit, midnight. And then midnight's going to come, and it's going to be like, oh shit. Oh no, wait. Oh shit, that means that? Oh fuck. And then the last Titan is just going to be like everything destroys. So it's, you know, I I think it's going to pay the fuck off, but it's going to be a slow burn. And I hope people are okay with that. I really, really hope that it gets done in a way that people aren't kind of pissed off. It's like, you know, when you go to the cinema and you know it's part 1 of 3, and you watch the whole movie and you're kind of waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting, and then it says part 2 next year, and you're like, I just paid $30 fucking for what? I hope that that's not how War Within plays out. I hope that we get enough of a bite to it that people feel like it was worth it to get to the next kind of, you know, yeah. So we'll see how we go. We'll see. I'm excited. I'm very much looking forward to the War Within, but I have concerns for other people. I also hope you liked my interpretive dance of the Last Titan. Ah, shit. For a while, lost interest, as did most of my friends. Yeah, I think the friends losing interest also has a big part of it. Like, if you're playing with people and then they stop playing, that's gonna take it out of it. That's gonna take it away as well. The fact that joining a Twitch community can help with that. I know that's coming from a place of bias, considering I'm a fucking streamer, but like, finding a community outside of just your friends who play is also a really good way of like keeping interest in it, because even if 1 or 2 people move on to something else, you've still got some people who you can enjoy the game with if you choose to do so. Joining communities is a surefire way to keep your interest up. But even then, it is okay to take breaks and to go play something else. There's nothing saying you have to play right the way through to be a real WoW player or any of that kind of crap. Nah, fuck that. You play as much as you want to play. Or don't want to play. Either or. Trailer for Dragonflight much more aspirational stage. Yeah, it was a lot less, it was like, oh my god, look at this, isn't it amazing? Rather than, ooh, we're in trouble. Like, it was different. Yeah, the whole expansion's tone was vastly different from some of the other X-Packs we've had. Imagine Dragons. Alright, so this one's a Tauren. This warrior is a Tauren. It's more like this is a depressing fantasy world, yeah. Very refreshing to have that undercurrent of discovery and wonder during DF. I liked it too. I very much liked it too. Not always being driven by the next death of the world was a nice change of pace, but I can understand why some people didn't enjoy it as much. Especially if you're like your only interest is like raiding, then it didn't really feel much of like, oh, we have to save the world, you know? Like Aberrus was just, we need to discover some things in a lab. Like, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't necessarily we need to defeat a big bad guy. It was kind of, we need to get there. Like, and I mean, I know there was a big bad guy at the end of it, but most of the raid was spent hanging out with Deathwing's progeny, you know, and learning more about Deathwing rather than actually hunting. Yeah, anyway, that's, and I was fine with that, but, you know, I can imagine why people wouldn't be. Did enjoy the new game over a while, I'll be honest, did not invest as much as previous expansions. Yep, totally fair. Totally fair. So there is a hope. Will WoW end after that? I really hope not. I leveled through the beta, there's a lot I want to say, the channel will say no. Yep, no spoilers here. No spoilers here. I mean, I've played alpha, I've played beta. There are a couple of gut punches along the way and stuff, but keep in mind that leveling is also not the entirety of the story for the expansion. Leveling tends to set the stage for the expansion. You know, you finish up your last zone and then you head into a raid that kind of caps off the leveling story, but then you've got another raid that comes with a short piece of storyline, and then another raid that comes with a short piece of storyline. There's more to the story than just what's currently on beta. But even then, yeah, it'll get where it's going, no doubt. Good point, Rush probably turns me off the most. I prefer the slow burn. Fair, there we go, interesting. Yes, spoiler free, that's it. Just like when Lotcha hit the cinema. The only thing I wasn't sure about with the War Within was hanging out in underground zones for the expansion. Interesting. I think, it'll be interesting to see how you feel getting into them, Hip. Like, whether or not you actually feel like you're underground. You know? It's hard to explain, but yeah. Do give it a chance, because it doesn't feel like Zarelot Caverns, not to me at least. It doesn't feel like it's playing out in Zarelot Caverns, for example. You know, it feels different to that. But, I mean, to each their own as well. Not everyone's going to feel the same way as I do. Let's just end WoW 2 Pog. No, we have no information beyond The Last Titan. Interpretive dance clip when they can't end WoW makes too much money. Yeah. Should be like TV season, overall big idea, smaller ideas wrapped up within the smaller parts. I mean, that's kind of how it does work with, like, patches and things like that. You know, you've got your major content patches. You got 10.0 being leveling, and then you got 10.1, 10.2, etc. And then you've got things like 10.15, 10.17, 10.25, 10.26, 10.27. Like, everything had little bits and pieces. That is how they've designed it to go, but the biggest chunk of storyline is usually in that first leveling thingamajig. Although I think it did quite well with like Emerald Dream and Zarelot Caverns and stuff like that. I like being able to zoom through it all in my own time, rather than having to do it once a week for weeks. But I understand it. Having that storyline, like, more than just like a short quest chain worth of story was good. I enjoyed having that much storyline, but it's still not as much story as a leveling experience. But it can't really be. Excuse me. Because through a leveling experience, your reward is levels, it's experience. But when you're going through a new patch, there's only so many rewards they can give you, you know? It's a bit tricky. I don't even think that. No, neither do I, Inky. Neither do I. Agreed. I'm not gonna break the rules. I mean, I'm not itchy. Of course, there is a story spoilers thread in Discord if you want to get the itchy out. Just careful you're posting in the right thread. Especially where everyone dies. WoW 2 on a new planet. I'm not sure. I don't think WoW 2 is a thing at this point, honestly. I genuinely feel like if they tried to start fresh, they'd just lose too much of their current player base. There'd be too many players who kind of feel that, oh, well, I've got all this, like, the thing keeping me playing WoW, not me personally, but for some people, for a lot of people, I reckon, the thing keeping me playing WoW is comfortability. It's a history. I've got all these memories, and I've got this tune that's got all these things dating back nearly 20 years. I've been playing since Vanilla, I've been playing since BC, I've been playing since Wrath. And this character has all this history and all these collectibles and all that kind of stuff. If I have to start from scratch, there's no point. And so they just won't go from WoW 1 to WoW 2. They'll just stop playing. And I think they'll lose enough of their player base. Sure, they will absolutely gain new players who feel like WoW is currently too far gone for them to actually get into properly. Like, oh, how will I ever catch up? Even though that's not really how WoW works, but we'll put that aside. The whole, like, how will I ever catch up? Oh, WoW 2? Okay, well, I'll give it a crack now. I don't think that uptick will be enough to compensate for the downtick in people just not transferring over. I think if they're gonna do something WoW 2 related, it'd have to be the same game and just plug it into a new engine or something. Like, they'd have to do some back-end massive revamp. But let us keep fucking everything. I also think it's a really bad idea to change the graphics. So a lot of people are like, oh, but if they change this, they could update the graphics. I think it's a really bad idea for them to update the graphics. I think the changes that they've made, like the updating and the, like, you know, detailed in textures and stuff like that, I think that is sufficient. And if they tried to change the art style too much, they would lose the fact that they are quintessentially World of Warcraft. And at the moment, you take a screenshot from WoW and you post it somewhere, and it's WoW. There's no doubt about what game it is. But so many other games out there look really similar to each other. Unless you're a player and you recognize bits and pieces, they all look the same. WoW looks so different from all of them that you look at a thing, and most people, if they have a passing knowledge of WoW, they know it's WoW. So yeah, I don't think WoW 2 will ever be a thing. just simply because of that. Maybe there'll be like a massive engine change or upgrade or something like that, but anything beyond that, any actual start over, no. It's not worth the risk of losing half the player base or more. I mean, the game has already changed dramatically as it is. Like, look at Dragonflight versus Classic. The game is totally different as it is. Why bother relaunching? It can change enough expansion to expansion anyway. WoW 2 won't happen after making so many decisions to ensure the long-term viability of current WoW. Yes. Yes. Oh, right, I forgot about that. Cool, so we've done the LFR. Thank you very much, Zam, for the spin on the roulette. Took a while for the cue to pop, but it got there. It got there. Do you mean like other people? Yeah. I don't know, just evac everyone to Pandora. Just us missing Ravi. Reminds me I need to finish B3 on done. Yes, absolutely. Should do that. Try again, Zemnis. Try again. Looking forward to Harriet's having a story mode, always end up missing out on some of the story but not rating for sure. True Raid's getting a story mode, that's cool. Yeah, so it's the thing where you go in by yourself and you just go up against the last boss, and it's with some NPCs, like I'm pretty sure they're like named NPCs from the campaign you're running. You just go in and you just do the last boss to see what all the NPCs are yammering on about, and it means you can complete that week's like storyline, thingamajig. You know, when you eventually get the quest to go in and kill the final boss of Amir Drasil or Aberus or whatever, yeah. It allows people to finish that quest without using LFR or anything. We'll do what they try to do with Overwatch, like you keep stuff from WoW 1 to WoW 2. Yeah, but then what's the point? Why not just revamp the behind the scenes and leave the game the same? Especially if you're going to retain the ability to collect all that old stuff. You're retaining all the prior expansions and stuff, so like what is the literal point of relaunching? Isn't PoE trying that with PoE 2? I'm not sure. I don't really follow Path of Exile, sorry. To World of Warcraft, if WoW 2 is done the way PoE 2 is being done, it could mitigate or even annul that perception. Possibly, but I mean, like, they're not the same game. They're not even the same type of game. So, like, who knows? We'll see, right? But yeah, like Jack said, the amount of work being put in right now to ensure the longevity of WoW, why would they bother shutting it down and relaunching a new game? There's just not a whole lot of point. Worlds of Warcraft, Mission WoW, and Unreal 5 though. They have their own engine, like their own proprietary shit. Why would they, like, why would they use somebody else's stuff? So I use it fantasy as opposed to trying to be real. I can't run out of sparks. Oh no, that's okay. Next time. Next time. Like, I still haven't killed Fiery Boy Deck continued. Yeah, fair. PoE 2 is a completely different game. Yeah. They go, just did that on LFR. Yep, that guy gonna have to LFR it. Yeah. Yeah, you do not want to know how shit WoW would run in an engine and texture detail like Unreal. I have no idea. I'm not good at that shit. I don't know that stuff. But I have 6 weapon. That's what I know. 6 new weapon. We're down to 106, guys. 106 to go. And I'm gonna go downstairs. It's cash time. I don't know. I know WoW has its own unique look, but it's so outdated for 2024 compared to other games in the landscape. No, it's different to other games in the landscape. All the other games in the landscape look fucking the same. like legit. So much of what we see in WoW is old content as well. You gotta remember that. Like, you fly through Dragonflight and stuff like that, it has its own unique look. You know it's WoW. But also it just doesn't look like other games. And that's okay. Like, it's allowed to look like its own thing. I don't think it looks outdated. It just looks like a game rather than a movie, and that's alright. Look at WoW's made it last longer. It's such a positive. I reckon so. I reckon so. And like I was saying before, it's like built-in marketing. So many games you would have no idea which game it's from unless you actually play the game and you recognize a character or a cosmetic or something. But WoW is just so unbelievably recognizable because there's nothing else like it. It's a marketing point. You'd be stupid to change something that sets you apart. Like really stupid. But that's just my opinion, of course. It's better than all other MMOs running for 20 years. Really the smartest move, yeah. It doesn't look different, but still be up to date and good though. I guess the fact it's been out for 20 years as well though, that makes it so easy to identify. Well yeah, but it's like it's lasted that long. If I'm gonna spend an evening slaughtering dragons or elves, I prefer it not to look realistic. I mean, to each their own, obviously. Your own personal preferences are a thing, but it's fairly clear that the Blizzard themselves, this is what they want, because this is what they've kept doing. And I honestly do think that it works in their favor. I got a purple and I've gotten 2 blues. Can I please have just a weapon I don't have? Okay, no. I got 2 blues and a bloody purple, but no weapon I don't have. Oh well, I do need to empty these out shortly though. In fact,
No.
let's empty these out now. Because I can.